versus the Sharks. The game has, of course, already got underway. The Panthers getting through their first set and the Sharks in possession now. So welcome along. Apologies for the lateness, but yeah, we do have lives outside of this. Dan Jam, ahoy there, mates. As Brian Toll's under big pressure here on his own goal line. Ahoy there, mates. But the little tank does extremely well to stay in the field of play. Dan Jam, how are you, mate? D-Funk, ahoy. XJC,
Ahoy,
ahoy, mate. And, of course, our TikTokers. Welcome along. This is an intense start for the Sharks because they've kept the Panthers pinned down their own end of the field. Inside their own 20-metre line they were halfway through the set. Odd Poppet, ahoy, mate. Cleary needs a monster kick here, and if anyone's going to give it, you know that it's going to be him. But Kennedy, well positioned at the back. And Will Kennedy, who's been in fine form to start the season, brings it back for the Sharkies. Tanosh, 43, ahoy there over on Twitch. Welcome along. So the Sharks, very early on in this game, of course, but that's what you want to do early, is you want to control the field position. And that's what you need to do against the Panthers. Keep them down their own end as much as possible. Sioni Katoa with a good run. Big Pelican, ahoy, mate. Through the hands, Colquhoun goes left. And this is a great pace to start the game for the Sharks. Fifth and last, short side. Kennedy puts the ball high. Backing up is Dylan Edwards. And Edwards takes it a metre out from his own line and he's thumped. Oh, the Sharks are up for this game.
Is TikTok loaded for you? Just
yes,
because I know that's... You can see the video?
Yep.
Okay, must be just my TikTok.
Well, I can't see the video. I don't watch it.
Oh, it's not showing video on my end, so I don't know if that's just me needing to restart TikTok. Hang on 2 seconds.
Cleary with the restart goes short. Sharks compete for it. Sioni Katoa has it. The Sharkies 10 metres out. Back into midfield here. Hynes shuffles it onto Nicho. Nicho taken 10 out from the line in midfield. Sharks have started with a lot of pace, a lot of enthusiasm. Can they keep that up for 80 minutes? Inside ball for Colquhoun. 2 metres out. They break right. Hynes, cut out pass right onto the chest of Ramian. And Jesse Ramian taken down just a couple of metres out. Cronulla building. Dizzy the Egg Hazelton in midfield. This is it. Fifth and last. They go left. Trindall. Nice short ball. Hits the chest of Billy Burns, but Burns can't get the offload away. And that is solid goal line defence from the Panthers, but you expect nothing less from them, do you? Play comes to an end, and that'll be a handover. Stay hunky, ahoy, mate.
Stay hunky, ahoy. Dan Jam, ahoy. I've missed you too. I've missed everybody. Hamilton Sampson. The Storm ended up flogging.
Yeah, it was a great game in the first half.
Yeah, it was a great game in the first half, but it ended up being 46-20. So, unfortunately, the Dragons completely fell away in that second half.
An early kick here for the Panthers, looking for the 40-20. And wouldn't you know, Nathan Cleary swings this game on its head early. His team's been under the pump down their own end, so he says, let's get out of here. Tackle 3. Perfect angle. Sioni Katoa chasing back in vain.
I don't know what you want to do about it, Dan, but the video is not working on TikTok.
5 metres out from the line. Panthers go straight on the attack on the back there of the Cleary kick. 6 again. Moses Leota, a metre out. Kenny fires it left for Cleary. Out the back for Talangi. Loses the ball out the back. Jenkins collects it. Now has Jenkins copped one high.
I thought he
play on. That, but... Cleary, cut out pass into midfield. Nice ball from Lindsay Smith. 3 tackles left, and they're only a metre out here. Cleary to Edwards. They've got numbers out to the right. Brian To'o for the corner. And To'o gets tick number 1 off the multi.
I think I put him in one of my multis. I did put him in one of my multis.
Leg number 1. Brian To'o puts the Panthers on the board. That was too easy in the end. But how often do we see this in the game of rugby league? One team is controlling possession and territory early. As soon as something happens that swings the momentum, the other team that's been under the pump just goes boom. Nice and easy.
Absolutely.
And Nathan Cleary will kick this too.
Well, he should.
Hail Hero, it was guilty of just jamming too far in. You can't blame him exclusively, of course. When I say these things, I'm not blaming that individual. I'm just trying to give the people that can't see a picture of the defensive line. Hail Hero, too far in field, and it left way too much work to do for Sam Stonestreet on the outside. Brian To'o.
Where are they playing?
Bathurst.
Oh, I was going to say, it doesn't look like... Yeah, it doesn't really look like a Shark Park or wherever the Panthers are playing this year.
Yeah, well, the Panthers don't have a home ground for the last year or this season because it's getting reworked, redeveloped.
Bathurst, King, JCI, thank you. Yeah, we're going to go. That would have been good fun. You should have gone down. Yeah, Dan, I don't know if you heard.
Yeah, nothing I can do about it. Thanks, though.
No, okay, cool. I just didn't know if you could or anything. Yeah. I didn't know if you were waiting for a break in play to see if you could fix it.
Cleary from the sideline. I've already backed him in to get this.
So that means he's going to miss it.
Oh, he's put it right down the middle. Ice cold. Nathan Cleary makes it 6 points to 0.
It looks like a nice night in Bathurst.
Does it? What's a bad night look like there for comparison?
I don't know. Snowing, raining, looks nice and clear. Looks like a,
Brian To'o, 3 tries against the Sharks. I would have thought he'd have more than that.
There, but everyone looks really dark. Or maybe it's just my TV. Yeah.
No, it's really dark there. Panthers from the kickoff.
Even Dylan Edwards looks really, looks like he's got a tan.
I mean, this looks like a true suburban ground. Nothing else around.
Right.
Just got the stadium lights. You can't even see buildings in the background when they go to the wide shot. It's just darkness. It's like they're playing in the abyss.
Buildings, like taller than 2 stories.
It's like they're playing out in the abyss. 1 tick off the multi. Let's get this one across the line. This is a biggie as well, so it'll be a nice one. Edwards sends Blaze Talungi through a gap. Big line break here for the Panthers. It's a 3-on-1. Kennedy's get drawn in by McLean. Steps around him, but they've done well here to scramble the Sharks. 10 metres out, though, front foot ball. Jenkins down the left edge. Loses the ball behind him. And diving on it is Samuel Stonestreet. Oh, you cannot believe it.
You've got the ball.
You cannot believe they've got away with this, the Sharks. Wow. Penrith with the clean line break set up by Edwards. You don't see them butcher these too often. It was a 3-on-1. Blaze Talungi just needs to draw in the fullback. And now the Sharks get a penalty for high contact.
I think that's a little bit of ego there. Young guys, a little bit of ego, wanting to do it all themselves.
Yeah, you don't see that all that often. And the Sharks, what a let-off. They've got to utilise this, though.
Milky Jenkins would have been my second tick off the multi. Off my other multi. I got 2 multis on this game because I had a win on my multi on the last game, so I'm a big spender.
40 out from the line here. The Sharks 6 again off the first tackle. Hazelton put on his back. Dizzy the Egg. What a player. Short side.
I heard a siren.
Trindall with the short ball. Nearly breaking through there is Billy Burns. Another set restart here for the Sharks. Inside ball to Fanua Blake. Carries it inside the 20. Slow play the ball, this one. That might be another set restart. No, they go left for Trindall. Trindall dummies inside, goes out for Kennedy. And Ero goes to ground just a couple of meters out. Trindall to the line. Flat pass to Hazelton, spills it. Oh, no. No.
Ugh.
Did you say you thought you heard a siren?
Yeah. I've got the AFL on in the other room.
Oh, well, that might be it then.
And I was like, what was that? I'm like, thought that the groundsman had stuffed up or something and played a siren. And then, yeah, I was like, hang on.
That may have been it. Odd Poppet, thank you so much, my friend, for renewing your channel membership there. What a champion.
Thank you, Odd Poppet. Did you do that last night or was that someone else?
Ah, that was somebody else. That was somebody else. LeBron James is in the chat. Who scored the first try? Brian To'o. Oh, yeah, I haven't put that up yet.
Which chat?
Brian To'o got the first try. And breaking through is Casey McLean. Another line break here for the Panthers. Cleary sends it to Edwards in midfield. Yo, they've got a 3-on-2 out to the right. That's where they go. Alamotti steps back in field. And the Sharks' defense scrambles across. But they're under the pump now, the Sharks, after a red-hot start. No points to show for it. Cleary with the show and go.
It's a very fast game.
35 meters out, Yo. Straight up the middle. Takes it to the 20. Fifth and last. Crossfield kick for Cleary, out to the left. Looking for Milky Jenkins. Jenkins takes it with two hands, loses it backwards.
That's like the third time he's done that.
And we've got an issue here for one of the Sharks players, it looks like. Jenkins. Oh, Sioni Katoa.
Hyperextension.
Yeah, the Reece Walsh landing, that one. Yeah. Wasted Youth, thank you very much for the heart me over there on TikTok. Much appreciated.
Are you still on TikTok?
Yeah.
Oh, I came up with the line.
No, like I said, I don't think there's a problem. I think it seems to be maybe just a select few people that are experiencing issues. I can't see any problems myself.
Oh, there we are. There we are.
Hynes with the short ball to Nicho. Nicho driven back in the tackle. Gets the offload away. Ramian keeps it alive for Hynes. Fires the pass left for Trindall. The double pump. Oh, bobbled by Billy Burns, but he manages to hold on. But then he throws a stupid pass, and the Panthers come away with it. Well, he did so well, Billy Burns, there to hold on to the bobble, but then I don't know why he threw that silly pass. Alamotti now takes it to the 40. Panthers back on the attack, back in possession. Cleary in midfield. Mr. Twerble, ahoy, mate. Up the mighty Tigers. What a performance it was for the Tigers. Big win over the Cowboys.
Great game.
Yes, apologies, Wasted World of Sports. We were not available for the first two games. I was very, very busy with work. Got a deadline that I'm already technically 3 months behind on. So, you know, you've got to concentrate on your main job first, right? Crossfield kick by Cleary. It's a little too heavy. Well, actually, it's a lot too heavy, but it bounces into touch, and the Sharks will get a very, very simple turnover there. Yes, Tristan, Wasted World of Sports is live on YouTube, live on Twitch, live on TikTok, and we used to be live on Facebook until I got zucked. I got Zuckerberged for something. I still don't know why. I'll never know why, because they don't tell you. Short side for the Sharkies. Holding on here, the Sharks. Their completion rate is abysmal, by the way, 63%. We've seen that a lot so far this season. One team in the first half completing in the 60s. They ultimately go on and lose. Early kick here from Brayley from dummy half. Inside the 40. Gets it. Oh, the bounce is kind for Edwards at the back. And Edwards collects it. If it had have just had that Shane Warne topspin, it would have been all right. It would have gone into touch. Warnie, we still watch your videos and think about you every day, mate. Well, not every day. That's an exaggeration. I still watch his clips from time to time.
We watch his clips a lot, and we still think about him a lot.
Yeah. I
Even
exaggerated when I said
Andrew
every day. Slight exaggeration.
Mm.
Up to halfway here, the Panthers marching on. Papali'i with a good barge. 40 metres out from the Sharks line, fifth and last. Cleary in midfield. Puts the crossfield kick up for Jenkins again. This time it bounces better. Jenkins nearly collects it. But he's got the dropsies tonight, Milky.
Yeah, because I put him in my multi.
I resisted the urge. I thought there'll be a lot of attention on Jenkins tonight. So I'll go with To'o. And To'o's due.
Well, he's already gone in, so that's what I thought
Exactly.
too.
Exactly. That's why I put him in there.
Jack Rainsford, don't say the purple app on TikTok or you'll get banned.
Well,
I assume that's
what
the
don't
one
you
that
get?
starts with
What don't you get banned for on TikTok? Let's be honest. 82 Bing, is this where all us poor people without KO come to support our teams? Go Sharks, up, up. Yeah, go the Sharkies. But no, I wouldn't say that. I mean, we come here to hang out and have a good time regardless. I think probably 70% maybe is a fair statement. 70% still have access to the games and watch it along with us.
Yeah, they watch it and listen to us as opposed to the other commentary teams that are out there.
Whoever it is on Fox tonight, by the way.
And my random input every now and then.
Tackle 3 here for the Sharks. They've got a couple of 6 against here, a couple of set restarts that have piggybacked them upfield. And now Hazelton takes it to the 20. Left edge, Trindall, short ball. Fanua Blake angles back infield. 12 out from the line. Breaking left, Trindall to Kennedy. Floats the Harbour Bridge ball over the top to Stone Street. And he's taken down easily by Brian To'o. Boy, that was a hospital ball and a half. Fifth and last. Trindall, crossfield kick. Batted back by Ramian, or he tried to at least, and he's lost it forward. Panthers come away with it. They'll get the handover here. 10 out from the line, their own side of halfway. So, yes, as Michelle was just pointing out, To'o's lost his headgear at some point.
He lose it or take it off? I don't know. But
between his try and that play, somewhere in between there, he's lost the headgear. Panthers spill the ball. Backwards. Cleary collects it. 15 out from their own line here. Edwards. Cut out pass to Jenkins on the left. Steps back in field. Jenkins pops a slightly high one there from Dizzy the Egg Hazelton. Gets away with it, this Dizzy. 6 again, though, for the slow play of the ball.
Did you watch any of the Cowboys-Tigers game?
I had it on. I was a bit busy with work, so I wouldn't say that I watched it, but I heard everything that was going on.
Jerome Luai's gotten bigger in the off-season. He's a little more pumped up in the arm region.
Buffed himself out a wee bit.
Him and Adam Dewey had an absolute, oh my God. They had a great game.
Well, Adam Dewey was just renewed his contract, so he had to justify that renewal and have a big game. Papali'i takes the 5th and last inside the 20. Cleary with the grubber kick in front of the post. Trindall runs over the top of it, but it goes dead. Back for a 7-tackle set. Oh, did he touch it? It's called touched.
He didn't touch that.
I think. What do we say? What's the referee saying there? I couldn't hear him. Stone Street just shadows the ball over the dead ball line. Trindall's like, come on, boys. We're marching up to the 20. I think they're just having a look to make sure that it wasn't touched on the way through.
Yeah. I mean, the ref knows it's a white line, right? Not the red.
Yeah. Tricky Trindall's like, nah, come on, boys. Out to the 20. I'll buy you a beer. Who was it that was State of Origin one year? Who was it that said, I'll buy you a beer? One of the Queensland players. When it went up to the bunker, he tapped the referee on the back. He's like, come on, mate, that was a try. I'll buy you a beer.
Was a Queensland player, so I didn't pay attention.
Fair enough. It was before all our Origin nights. Hodges, thank you, Jack Rainsford. Yes, it was Hodges. Like, come on, mate, I'll buy you a beer. Sharks Oh, they were on the verge of a good set of 6 here, and Hazelton spills it on halfway. And another incomplete set for the Sharks. That's got to bring them down to about 50% completion rate.
Both of these teams need to just take a breath, stop. Their kicking is too heavy. They're passing too quickly, not able to capture it, not being able to capture and catch the ball properly. It just feels very scrappy from both sides. Very quick, but very scrappy with the execution from both teams at this point.
Yeah, well, I've got a feeling that the NRL website's not updated because they've got 50% possession. It can't be. The Panthers have dominated this past little period. They've got a completion rate of 90% for the Panthers as Papali'i breaks through. We'll come back to those stats because here come the Panthers. 20 metres out from the line, tackle 2. Garner takes it to the 10. Kenny brings it down the left edge. Talangi gives it to McLean. Katoa needed to make that tackle because he jammed in. A metre out from the line. Cleary back to midfield, and now it's Ayo bobbles it and spills it cold. Mistakes galore here.
Is it like super dewy out there? Like, I mean, is it?
I think it's a bit. Slippery? I think it's a little bit Adam Dewey out there. Sorry.
I don't know, King. If you're still in the chat, King JCI, is that
XJC?
Like, is it XJC? Sorry, what did I say?
Oh, you said his correct name, but he's always going to be known here as XJC.
Okay, my bad.
Player 420. Thank you very much for the heart me. 420 time.
Did you see what the Panthers posted on their socials today about Mitch Kenny?
Who? Oh, Panthers. No.
Yeah. When he scores his 210th try in the game tonight, when he scores 210 tries tonight, don't rush the field when he equals the record or beats the record.
The ultimate troll.
For that reason alone, I put him in one of my multis just for fun.
Yeah, nice. Fifth and last out for the Sharks. 40 metres out from the Panthers line. Short side for Trindall. Puts it high. They had a lot of success with this against the Titans, but that was the Titans, right? Edwards, off the shoulder, sets up for Billy Burns. 6 more tackles for the Sharks. Burns is over the line. But look at all those Panthers jerseys there to hold him up. They'll come back and play the ball. Well, actually, Ashley Klein wants to have a rest, so he's called for the bunker. All right, so I was talking about these stats. Had to be wrong because it seems way too generous. There's no way that the Sharks have completed at 72%. This is just not updated, I think. There we go. Okay. 66% completion rate for the Sharks, 91% for the Panthers. I mean, first of all, the Panthers should be ahead by more with that statistic discrepancy. But also, the Sharks doing well to hold on.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, they might have a fantastic completion rate, but they're making some silly errors.
They just need to fix up their completion rate, the Sharks. Well, no try. We already knew that. I don't know why he sent it up to the bunker for that. Knee Crumbler, ahoy, mate. How are you, buddy? And Penrith come away with a penalty here. I do apologise. I completely missed what that was for.
Yeah,
it was obviously no try for the Sharks, but they found a penalty in there. Well, we can assume a couple of things. Maybe it was for offside on the kick chase. Maybe it was for not a clear contest on the ball. It's very flaky at the moment. The challenge in the air with the ball. So maybe you've got to, even if you bat the ball back with one hand, you have to have been able to at least contest with your second hand, if that makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, you're not alone. There's a lot of conjecture over that rule at the moment. You can still bat the ball back with one hand, but it needs to be clear that you could have caught it with two if you wanted to. Edwards attacks the line, and he's tackled a metre out. Panthers, fifth and last. Back on the attack. Crossfield kick from Cleary. Looking for Jenkins again. Jenkins spills it.
Again. That's
so
4 from 4 that he spilled.
The crossfield kick, Cleary to Jenkins, seems to be the plan here for the Panthers, but Jenkins has not held on to a single one.
Been unlucky a couple of times. Block up.
He wouldn't have scored anyway, mind you. He's, there's slippery conditions, I guess. I mean, we have seen Isaiah Yeo drop to the ball cold. We've seen the Sharks cough it up a few times. So, conditions probably justify a little bit of a reset at halftime. A rethink of strategy, perhaps, is in the works here. Nicho takes it up to the 40. No, knee crumbler. You've been celebrating the decimation of the Raiders for all this time. Wow. Good effort. Fifth and last on halfway. Trindall puts the high ball up. Edwards tracking back for it. Takes it 15 out. And an easy kick return there for Military Dill.
To be fair, it's taken me about 3 or 4 days to get over a New South Wales Origin win.
Oh, yeah. No, but that's fair enough because those are so rare. Dummying.
Yeah, we would go hard.
Cleary nearly breaking through. Back in midfield. Casey McLean up towards halfway. That's tackle 4. Sharks hanging in this. Smith to Yeo. Cleary onto Edwards. They attack right. To'o tries to duck under the tackle. It does so successfully, but he's on his knees. Fifth and last. Cleary, crossfield kick for Jenkins. Jenkins chases. Holds back, though. An easy take for Katoa. A metre out from their own line now, the Sharks.
Good tackle.
14 minutes to go in this opening half. So somehow my game clock has ended up a little ahead tonight. Considering we started half a minute late. Not a bad effort. Knee crumbler, it's not often I see the Warriors first on the table, even if just for a few hours. Oh, fair enough, mate. Fair enough. Understandable. Fifth and last here for the Sharks on halfway. Hynes down the right edge, puts it high. Edwards tracking back, takes it just inside the field of play and runs it back to the 20.
I hope you got a screenshot of that knee crumbler. That's your wallpaper for the rest of the season, yeah?
Sharks just can't get themselves back in attacking territory. After that blitz that they had in the opening 5 minutes, they just can't get themselves back down here.
Oh. I think they're just trying to play the Panthers' pace, and it's just not working for them. They need to slow it down and play their own game.
Sorensen's on, I think. Yes, it is. Oh, no, that's Billy Phillips. My apologies. Billy Phillips. 40 out from the line now. Panthers, fifth and last. Talangi. They're going to run it. Papali'i to McLean. Now he puts the grubber kick through. Kennedy is well positioned. Lets it run into the end goal for some reason. And he's tackled for what will be a goal line restart. That's all good. Blair 420. Thank you so much, mate. Anyways, you've sent the heart me. You've sent 5 TikToks. That's more than we can ever expect. Well, we don't expect anything, so even one's more than we expect.
Frame it, knee crumbler, hang it in the Louvre.
I'll tell you what, though, as we've got a stoppage in play here for Braydon Trindall, who's gushing out blood. Wow. That looks nasty. But, the Warriors are under strength at the moment. Let's not forget that. Luke Metcalf's out. Mitchell Barnett's out. I know that they're not the only two. I can't remember off the top of my head the other starting players. They're out of their lineup, so they've done extremely well to start the season. I mean, I had written them off.
Yeah, he's got Braydon Trindall's got to run around with a big dollop of surfboard wax sticking on his head.
And the Sharks come down with it from the short restart. Yeah, does anybody know what that wax is that they put on the cuts? I need some of that sometimes.
I'm going to assume it helps it helps it clot and stop bleeding.
No, I understand that. I didn't ask what it does. I asked, does anyone know what it is?
No. So fullbacks.
Yeah.
Blair 420. I think there's issues with TikTok.
Oh,
tonight
Brayley
because
from dummy half.
It wasn't loading the live for some.
Catches the marker's napping, and 6 again here for the Sharks on halfway.
Turn it on and off again.
Yeah.
Off and on again.
No, it did pop up on my screen. It said gifting and visibility has been suspended for 10 minutes because this stream goes against our policies. And, I didn't have time to or desire to look into it. That happens to us pretty much every single time. 40 metres out from the line here, the Sharks. 2 tackles left. Jesse Colquhoun, 10 metres. 5th and last, back into midfield for Hynes. Pops this one high, challenging Jenkins. And why wouldn't you? Well, he's taken this one.
Oh, he dropped it.
Jenkins, he's dropped every single kick from Nathan Cleary tonight. So why wouldn't you target him with the kick? And this time he holds on to it.
No, he bobbled it. He dropped it backwards, though. I'm sure he did.
Oh, he took that one fine.
No, he took it fine, but in the tackle, when he was on the ground, he was facing backwards and he let go of it.
Big run here from Alamotti. Haven't seen him in play much tonight. 5th and last. Markers get out quickly on Cleary. Cleary still manages to get the kick away. And it's a big one. Down to the Sharks goal line. Katoa picks it up. And Sioni Katoa runs it back into midfield. Tanush 43, Waste of Water Sports, live on the platform that you're on. Maybe that's why TikTok had a problem, because I mentioned that platform. Oh no, I've successfully appealed. We reviewed and appealed. We reviewed and approved your appeal. Gifting and visibility for your live has been restored. So I think we just got done for some reason by the AI. There you go. So yeah, Wasted Water Sports everywhere. Basically, though, Tanush, we're on the red channel, we're on the purple channel, and we're on the TikTok. Wasted Water Sports on all. Trindall puts the kick downfield. Edwards tracks it back to the goal line. Trindall leading the kick chase as well. Tommy Foster, can I get a hi? No, you can get ahoy. Ahoy, Tommy Foster, and welcome along. Sorry, we don't say hi around here. Oh, God, I've just spilt my drink all over myself. What a mess. Jenkins brings it outside the 20. Speaking of 20s, Blair 420 coming in hard with the gifts. 20 GGs, 21. Let's watch that add up.
What's a GG?
One of the gifts on TikTok. They're up quickly on Cleary again as he shapes to kick on the 4th. Gives it off to Talangi. Talangi carries it up over halfway. 5th and last now for the Panthers. Cleary gets the kick away under immense pressure. Kennedy moves forward to take it, and the Sharks have it 20 metres out. RJD Property Maintenance says, hold the ball, get the basics right. I know, right? Both teams need that message. Both teams.
I didn't realise Nicho Hynes was playing.
The Sharks have done something really, really overdue and smart so far this season. I know we're only 2 games in, but they've done something really smart. Braydon Trindall is wearing the 6 on his back, but is essentially playing 7. Trindall is controlling the play and organising the troops around the park. And Nicho's just been freed up to just inject himself Tommy Turbo style whenever he feels the need. Kick downfield here for the Sharks. Edwards slips as he takes it. Fires the pass over to To'o. To'o ducks under one. Breaks through a second. But they come back at him and bring him down on the 20-metre line. Good kick return, though, from Brian To'o. Alamotti outside the 30. Thank you so much, Wasted Youth, for the 17 GGs. Blair 420's up to 86. Is he going for the century? Is he going for the century of GGs? Isaiah Yo on halfway. Takes tackle 4. Back into midfield. Cleary. The pass goes out the back. Does it deflect off a Shark's hand? Play on, says the referee. It's still 4th. Alamotti gets away from 1. Tries to get through the tackle of Trindall. Does eventually, but he falls to ground in the process. Fifth and last for the Panthers. Crossfield kick for Jenkins. They're persisting. Jenkins takes it and fires the most forward pass you'll ever see. But a penalty goes to the Panthers. He was tackled early.
Oh my God.
Take the two. Take the two. Take the two.
God, he's
Jesse Ramian.
terrible game.
Jesse Ramian, you great big galoot. What were you doing?
Well, he didn't really wrap his arms around him. He was just kind of going like this.
Oh, forget about the 2 points. Here come the Panthers. 10 metres out in midfield. Phillips, dummies.
Kenny.
Takes the line on. A metre out. Just to the right of the uprights. Slow play the ball. Kenny fires it out for Cleary. On the left they go. Cut out pass to To'o. To'o wants a double. Steps in field, but he's wrapped up a metre short.
Give to Alamoni.
Halfway through the set. Cleary. Cut out pass into Phillips in midfield. Yo with quick hands to Talangi. Fires the cut out pass. Harbour Bridge style over the top to Milky Jenkins. Jenkins steps off the left boot and scores.
Finally. They've only been trying to do that for the last 30 minutes.
Jenkins gets his try. They've been targeting that edge all night long. Finally, he gets across. Tackled over on the right-hand side of the field. They had a huge, huge open side here to the left. Well summed up there by Blaze Talangi. The double pump drew in Sioni Katoa. Katoa came flying in about 15 metres off his wing, and it was a stroll in the park for Jenkins. Stepping back inside Nicho Hynes, who overcommits.
Mm.
10 points to nil, the kick to come.
All right, I need, for that
Blair.
penalty, I need...
Blair 420, while Michelle's finding that out. Blair 420 with 50 ice cubes. Did get to the century of GG's, and now he's sent 25 ray gun freestyles. That's not what they're called, actually. I threw that one in, the ray gun.
Milky Jensen.
Jenkins.
LeBron.
Jenkins,
my bad.
Yeah.
Milky Jenkins scored. Thomas Jenkins. Even he looks like he's got a tan under these lights.
Milky is actually his nickname too, by the way. That's not us taking the piss if anyone starts accusations. They call him that in the press conferences, if anyone's checked out the press conferences. That's his legitimate nickname.
Lakers get up today? Are they playing Denver?
I don't know.
I'm not asking you.
Good job, though, for lasting 36 minutes. Nathan Cleary, 5 in from touch, the favoured side for a right-footed kicker. Puts it on target, bends it back through the middle. And it's 12 points to nil here for the home side.
He scored. All right, let's have a look. Oh, you love to see it from around the grounds. The Sydney Swans up 10-5, 65 over the Brisbane Lions. I was trying to find a nice way to describe them, but I just couldn't. The Brisbane Lions 2-6-18. Love to see it. And in the NBL playoffs, the Sydney Kings are up 17-8 over the Perth Wildcats.
Oh, nice.
There's another AFL game on too at the moment, actually.
Let's go, the Kings.
Hell yeah, let's go the Kings.
Leroy Loggins and Shane Heal still playing. That's the last time I watched.
Not
NBL.
for about 20 years.
I realised that they're not Sydney King players as well, by the way. That's just... The last time I watched was... Leroy Loggins, Shane Heal, Andrew Gaze. 20 metres out from their own line here, the Panthers on play 3. Off the back of points, Papali'i.
Adelaide are up over Collingwood. In case anyone...
Cleary puts the kick in on tackle 4. Trying to catch the Sharks napping, but Sioni Katoa was wise to it. And he fends off the first tackle. Fends off Jenkins. Jenkins comes back at him. But he returns it to the 40. Good field position here for the Sharks. 3 minutes to go until the halftime break still. even though our game clock says 40 minutes is up. Just short of halfway. Hynes, inside ball to Ramian. Did you just nominate yourself, Blair 420? We do need moderators on TikTok, actually. As Trindall nearly breaks through, good defense from the Panthers.
I don't know how to mod on TikTok.
Short side, Ramian. Oh, I have to do it through the app, which is why there's so few moderators. Because I have to take time away from the game to actually open it, and you know, it's not easy. It's not as easy to set up as it is on the YT. To'o takes this high ball under pressure.
Platform.
2 minutes 20 to go until half time. And the Panthers, whilst it hasn't been dominant, the Sharks have been hanging in. Hasn't been pretty. Yeah, there we go. It hasn't been pretty, but they're getting the job done.
And
penalty now to the Panthers.
Lost the ball again.
Penalty. Well, he didn't lose it. He just threw it down because they got the penalty.
Yeah, I thought he lost it again. I thought,
God,
Jesus.
If he lost it like that, that is immediately putting the hook on him and back down to New South Wales Cup next week, mate.
Oh, yeah, no. I only saw it pop out from behind. I thought he dropped it, not the ball was hit out. But anyway, all good.
Up to halfway off the back of that penalty. Papali'i. Points here before the break would be absolutely destructive to the Sharks' confidence. Yo, dummies. Straightens. Carries it up to the 20. A minute and a half left in this opening 40. Kenny to Cleary down the right edge. Gives the inside ball for Garner. Garner loses it out the back. It was a one-on-one steal. Play on. Garner recollects it. Gives it to Nathan Cleary. Nobody backing up there for the Sharks, and Cleary scores under the posts. The one-on-one steal from the Sharks. Nobody was wise to it. The ball spills clean out, and Nathan Cleary has nobody in front of him. Dear, oh dear. Garner is held up 5 meters out. One-on-one. Billy Burns rips it away, bats it back. Garner dives on the loose ball. Everyone's standing around having a cup of coffee. And Nathan Cleary says, I'll have a try while you're having your drinks, thanks. Over he goes. Easiest try he'll ever score in his career.
Yeah.
Second easiest. Yep. Second easiest try. Odd Poppet says, is this going to be a whitewash by Penrith? Not necessarily, mate. Not necessarily. That was a real backbreaker, though, that try. Especially with how easy it was scored.
Mm.
Siren sounds for half-time.
I'll be back.
And Nathan Cleary from right in front will put the Panthers 18 points up. The half-time break. You would think. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. This has not been confirmed just yet. There might have been a cheeky little knock-on from Luke Garner in that process. This try has not been confirmed. It will be a real backbreaker for the Sharks if he gets awarded. They're just confirming. Yep, it's all good. They've been given the all clear. And Nathan Cleary. Oh, he's going to reset himself here, Cleary, even though it's right in front. And he could just pop it over blindfolded. He's reset himself, going back through the motions. From directly in front, Nathan Cleary converts, and the Panthers will go into the halftime break 18 points to 0. A great first half effort. The Sharks started red hot. They really did. But then, just slowly but surely, the Panthers built themselves up got themselves back into the contest. A Nathan Cleary 40-20 was really the turning point. Kicking on tackle 3 from deep inside their own territory. And that was the turning point in the half. That got the Panthers on the front foot, and they never let up. 18 points to 0 at the break. The Sharks have fallen victim to what we've seen a lot. Well, they've improved their completion rate by the back end of the half, in fairness. So they've ended up at 80%. The Panthers at 87% completion rate. So they did fix that up. They were down at around about 60% at one point, the Sharks. And you certainly can't do that against the Penrith Panthers. Effective tackles is where the Panthers have had clear dominance. 20 missed tackles by the Sharks, but 92% tackle efficiency for the Panthers compared to the Sharks' 87. Doesn't seem like a lot, but yeah, that is going to make a lot of difference in field. Your set of 6, your field position that you make, your meters gained is what I'm trying to say. Your meters gained per set. That will make a world of difference, tackle efficiency. So the Sharks need to tighten their defense up, that's for sure. But we have seen Panthers have made so many more clean line breaks. Wasted youth, you had the Panthers by 10. I think that's a pretty fair score. I mean, the Sharks are a confidence team. I mean, we saw what they did. I know it was only against the Titans, and that's what I've been saying all week long. It was only the Titans. People are getting a bit carried away with the excitement for the Sharks. They beat this year's Wooden Spooners. You would expect them to have done that. My concern with them after that game was how they just completely clocked off for the second half. The Titans did a lot better in the second 40 because the Sharks just really clocked off. You can't do that against teams like Penrith. So that was an obvious concern. But look, they're not a bad team. They're a consistent finals team. And we'll see what they can do. Like, they're a confidence team. If they get one try, it could spark something. You just never know. It could spark them to make a comeback. I mean, we've seen already so many times over the past couple of seasons, 18 points is not exactly a big deficit to run down. So, 82 Bing says, can we get Jenkins off, please? He's not having his greatest game. He did score a try, but he's not having his greatest game.
No.
Oh, Michelle's back. There was a question for you.
Oh, was there? What was the question? What did I miss?
Over on TikTok, the question was asked, what's going on with the Broncos apart from them being terrible?
They're terrible.
So nothing apart from them being terrible? Nothing.
Honestly, I have no idea. Like, they're just not clicking for some reason.
Well, I've got a theory. Of course you've got a theory. Yeah.
So
well,
asked me.
Can you name a single? There's a reason why Madge left the Blues after the first year. It wasn't because he wanted an NRL gig. It's because Madge is a short-term fixer. Madge has got a history of having a really solid first year and then just sucking blind as a coach for the rest of the... Like, he took Rabbitohs to a premiership, and then what happened after that? Nothing.
Look, I don't know. It's
the Madge hangover effect. It's the Madge hangover effect.
Just the grand final hangover effect. They're just not clicking at the moment. Maybe it's the
combination of both.
Off-season drama with Payne in the Haas and player movement and things like that.
Yep, Payne Haas going to Souths, Carrigan going to PNG. It's a couple of big names to leave.
They're going overseas and playing in the whatever. What's that thing called over there? The World Club Challenge. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, that's a big trip. You know, I know that there's 4 teams that just went over to the Vegas and everything, but you know, and that's a big trip too. But like, you just jet lag on top of trying to get ready. anyone who's actually dealt with jet lag is, can be really debilitating, to be honest. So yeah. Anyway, it's yeah, I just think the Broncos are just having a terrible start to the season. We'll see if they come good, or we'll see if they just go on a complete decline and challenge the Titans for the wooden spoon, or the Cowboys, because the Cowboys aren't going very well either. And maybe, just maybe, after that performance today, Ming, what's his name? He'll go Todd. What's the coach's name?
Todd Payton.
The Cowboys, Payton. Maybe he'll go earlier than round 8. Maybe he'll go round 4, especially if they have another terrible loss like that.
Pins up says Hynes needs to inject himself more in this game. I feel he gets shell-shocked when up against Cleary. Well, interesting that you raised that, mate, because I was actually talking in the first half. The Sharks have done something I thought was overdue and actually really smart. When Braydon Trindall's on fire, you've got to let him run the show, basically. Braydon Trindall, I would have had as the number 7 for the past few years. Like, we gave Nicho a shot. He's kind of proved, might be harsh to say, but he's kind of proved that he's not up to it, especially when the pressure comes on. I actually think this is his best use, is to just hang back, wait for the opportunities. The opportunities haven't come tonight, in fairness. This is the Penrith Panthers we're talking about. You're going to get very few opportunities to break their defensive line, and we'll see what happens in their second half. I actually think the Sharks are a lot better off with Tricky Trindall wearing the 6 on his back, but essentially playing 7 is how I described it earlier. He's steering the ship. He's controlling the team around the field. And, I think they're actually in a much better position with Hynes staying out of it as much as possible. Stay out of his way and let Tricky Trindall go about his business. Opportunities will come. That's when Hynes will inject himself. Almost, we see a similar setup with the Storm, like Jerome Hughes controls the team. Munster just injects himself whenever he feels he sees an opportunity. Whoa, that's a very young-looking Alex Johnston there that just popped up on the screen.
Yeah, I was just thinking, I wonder how long they've had this in the bank ready to go for when he hit got the record.
Couple of seasons, right? Probably.
Well,
couple of years.
Got footage of last night in there already, so they must have.
Yeah, but that's easy.
And then they've just spliced that in.
That's
real
easy
quick.
that is so easy to splice in.
Yeah.
Claudio, ahoy, mate.
It's definitely old. Look at how short bloody Mario's hair and mustache are in that photo.
I love the Tigers, Claudio. Actually, we both have a soft spot for the Tigers here on the Ways to World of Sports.
Yeah.
Both Michelle and I. I want to see them do well. I'm on the very brink of giving up on them. Very brink of giving up on them. So I really hope that they come through this year.
Up on them. Like, we've got that soft spot, and they will break our hearts forever, but we can never ever give up on them. We'll always
I'm on the brink.
like every actual Tigers supporter.
Actual Tiger supporter, yeah. But I mean, people who aren't Tiger supporters but have the soft spot for them, I want to see them do well. I want to really legitimately see a shake-up in the competition. I want to see the Tigers back in the 8. I'd love to see the Dolphins in the 8. Just new teams in the Warriors. I'd like to see the Warriors go deep. Warriors back in the grand final. I'd love to see it.
Be good. We need something different. I love that there was a comment in there saying, I don't know anything about footy. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on the Broncos, because I'm assuming that's what you were talking about, mate.
Who said that?
Do you reckon? Someone in TikTok. Are you talking about Paul Alamotti? Oh, Paul Alamotti scores. And Nichora. I've got 2 multis on this game because I don't have a problem. Gamble responsibly, people. Gamble responsibly. Yeah. Do you have a multi on this game, Dan?
Yeah, I do. Brian To'o was the first leg, so we got that one over nicely. Now, let's break this conversation up into parts before we get axed on TikTok again.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, look at this! Look at this Twitch name. This is a great icebreaker to break up the SGM talk. Great icebreaker. Look at this name on TikTok. ICUPP2. Twitch. Oh, the purple platform. Sorry. The purple platform. ICUPP. Fantastic. I love it. I understand that it's a troll name, and I said it out loud because I thought it was hilarious. That's why. I know what it represents, though. ICUPP.
I thought the purple platform meant the other one that started with D. You know the one? The one that we're talking on?
Dane Mariner.
No, the platform.
The big D.
I call you one, you goose.
The big D.
A quick around the grounds. It's halftime in the Swannies Lions game to 10-6-66, 2-6-18. Up the Swannies. Collingwood 3-6-24 versus Adelaide 4-4-28. And the Wildcats have jumped out in front of the Sydney Kings 32-27 in playoff game number 2.
You know what?
In the semis.
When I used to watch the NBL back in the day, the Perth Wildcats were my most hated team.
Yeah,
no, actually, that's not true. My most hated team were the Melbourne Tigers.
I don't think they're still in it. Who's still in it? No, they're not in it anymore. But there's Southeast Melbourne.
Are they not in it anymore? Oh, that's brilliant.
No, there's Southeast Melbourne Phoenix.
Josh Driver on the TikTok was Cleary's try good. Cleary's try was the second easiest that he's ever scored in his career. It was
it was easy. It was really real. It was a real. Yeah, let's put him on a silver platter.
Let's go over it again. Yeah, let's run through it again. So Luke Garner took a hit up. He got himself in a situation. He was one-on-one with Billy Burns. Billy Burns ripped the ball out. One-on-one strip, play on. Allowed to do that. But what didn't happen, the Sharks all stood around watching the play unfold, having a cup of coffee, and Garner dived back on the loose ball, popped the pass up to Nathan Cleary. Line was wide open, and he just saunters across and plants it down under the post. So, the Sharks completely switched off when they saw the ball spill out.
Can I just jump in? West Patrol on TikTok. Last night's top try scorer record was more important than the score. Would you agree? Yes and no. I mean, obviously, the team's going to want the points to move ahead on the ladder. It could come down to that game at the end of the season, for example. But random stat. Back when Ken Irvine broke the try record, it was North Sydney Bears playing the Dragons, and they lost 18-26. So he broke the record in that game, and his team lost 18-26. Alex Johnston broke the try record, and his team lost 18-26.
Yeah, right. There you go.
Yeah, random stat for that one.
Well, can I also point out to I was talking to Old Panther after the game last night, and he raised the discrepancy of it's hard to make comparisons across generations, obviously, so we try our best to never do that. But Ken Irvine basically played for North Sydney, as Michelle already stated in that stat, who were considered a really poor team throughout his career. So him scoring the amount of tries that he did, the conversation now is, does that actually... A stat is a stat, and we're not trying to take anything away from anybody, by the way, I should point out. But he was in a really, really poor team and managed to do that versus Alex Johnston, who is in a great team at the back end of a sensational back line. Kind of easier for him, isn't it? In that respect.
South, a great team, though, didn't they? They had a terrible season last season.
Yeah, but they had 72 players out injured for the whole year. That's why.
True. This is true. CRF Jimmy on TikTok. Why do I go for the Sharks? Well, Dan, I believe that's directed to you because they are your team.
Yes. Second half is underway. Well, let's give them the benefit of the doubt for now. They are not out of this by any stretch of the imagination. They just need a try obviously, state the obvious. If they're the first team to score in this second half, and look, I did not see where the wind was blowing in the first half. Maybe the Panthers had the breeze at their back. We know that the breeze is worth however many points it's worth, depending on the strength and the direction and all that sort of thing. I actually didn't pay attention to that because we were so frantic in getting this thing started. But, yeah.
Frantic. I was just standing there.
Nicho, is that Nicho Hynes taking a hit up? Oh,
No.
my God. Nicho Hynes takes the fifth and last hit up. It goes back to Trindall. Trindall puts the kick down and straight down the gullet of Dylan Edwards, who rampages back outside the 20.
Okay.
Well, that was
my
an interesting.
stream's now behind.
That was an interesting set of bloody six there from the Sharks. Nicho Hynes taking the tackle 4 hit up, or the tackle 5 hit up. Sorry. Panthers back in possession now. Papali'i gets the offload back to Talangi. Taps on for McLean. McLean taken down around the legs there by, I believe, Nicho Hynes. I wish he could have done that at origin level. But I digress. Fifth and last. Yo runs it straight up the middle. Beats the first tackle. Isaiah Yo still going. Good post-contact meters there for your fantasy and Supercoach teams. Fifth and last. Cleary from 35 out. Puts it high. Pressure here on the kick chase, but it's well taken at the back for the Sharks.
That was a good take.
Samuel Stone Street filling in, of course, for Ronaldo. Mulatalo out injured, for a long while. Sharks will be without him for some time. 20 metres out from their own line here. The Sharks slow to get up and play this one. Billy Burns goes back down on his haunches. So I don't know what that's all about. Billy Burns. And the Sharks have lost the ball in the play the ball. Not a good start here to the second half at all. Sharkies. Oh, dear. That's such a poor play the ball. Jesse Ramian. Oh, well, that's all right. He's off to the Cowboys next year, so he won't be our problem for too much longer. Panthers, scrum feed, 30 out from the line. Jenkins in at first receiver. Somehow it takes 3 men to bring him down. Staying on the short side, Kennedy to Cleary. Dummies! Cleary goes straight through. Kennedy brings him down. 10 out from the line. Panthers with front foot ball. Edwards fills in at first receiver. Gives it to Phillips. Phillips carries back towards the post. They hold him up and drive him backwards. Halfway through the set here, the Panthers. Cleary goes out the back. Oh, big defense on Alamotti. He still gets the ball away here for To'o. To'o gets a late offload back for Alamotti. It's a 2-man show at the moment. Alamotti fends off one, fends off Kennedy, spins in the tackle, and that's tackle 4. They finally bring him to ground. Panthers go left. Yo, short ball. Phillips gets the flick pass back for Kenny. Numbers to the left. Cleary holds the pass up nicely for McLean. Gives it to Jenkins. Jenkins unmarked, and Jenkins will score.
Ah, dear.
Now it's starting to get a little bit troubling for the Sharkies. 22-0 with the kick to come. Oh, Christ, I forgot to start the clock for the second half. That's all right. I'm sure there'll be a stoppage or two which will allow us to catch up. The late offload there from Billy Phillips, summed up nicely by Nathan Cleary. They had 4 on 2 out to the left, the Panthers. Cleary sums it up nicely, holds the pass up just long enough to create the space for Jenkins, and Jenkins goes over untouched. Sioni Katoa jamming in again. Not for the first time tonight. Sioni Katoa's defensive read on the game, just abysmal at this point.
Oh, dear.
Odd Poppet says, first half you were early with the clock, now you're late. Yeah. Crazy.
I like how you say that like you're shocked at how bad you are with the clock. We're only a few games into the season. You need a sign above the computer clock.
Yeah. Yeah, like the old no swearing sign that we used to have in here. Do you still have that up, by the way? Have you got one up in your room? No swearing?
I don't actually. I've just become a little bit better over the years.
Yeah. Nathan Cleary from the sideline. Favourite side for a right-footed kicker. See, time has stopped on the official game clock, so that gives ours a chance to catch up. Cleary moves in, strikes it, on target, needs to hold its line. It does hold its line just inside the near upright. Just 24 points to 0. The Panthers.
66 fantasy points at half time. He's going to be... Yep, that's going to climb. Can you afford anyone else on your fantasy team if you've got Cleary?
Yeah, yeah, you can.
No one have heard though.
I mean, I figure if the Broncos are under the salary cap, you can fit at least one other player with Nathan Cleary in your fantasy squad. Back underway, Edwards takes the kickoff and Sorensen's on. Big defense on Scotty Sorensen.
It's just a full dig there at the Broncos. They don't even play.
Because they're only about $2 million over the salary cap.
Yeah, okay.
Nothing to see here. Slow play the ball, this one. Sharks, careful not to give away any more set restarts. I'll say this about Nicho Hynes tonight. He's been good defensively. It was raised in TikTok that he's been quiet tonight on attack, and I gave justification for the fact that he's been quiet on attack, but I will say his defense has really been noticeably improved tonight. Unfortunately, it hasn't helped him. Late set restart here for the Panthers. It was the fifth and last, and they've given away a 6 again here. Talangi attacks the short side.
Falling apart for the poor Sharkies.
40 metres out from the line. They're loving their short side. Papali'i goes now. Carries it up to the 30. That's play 3. Oh, you just get the feeling here. They're warming up, the Panthers. They are just in second gear, you feel like.
They need to let a couple of the Sharks score for the multi.
Cleary with the short ball to Garner in midfield. Garner takes the fifth and last. Cleary, crossfield kick, looking for Jenkins. We've seen this a lot tonight. Jenkins kicks it back, then flicks it up for Casey McLean. And Casey McLean scores out wide.
Yeah, I don't
Oh, wait, this might go up as no try. It's going up as no try. I think we're going to see what I was talking about the, you've got to make a clear effort to be contesting the ball. I feel like Jenkins has just gone flying through the air here with no intent.
Yeah, he kind of, Billy Slater karate kicked his leg out there too, and then drags down a Sharks player at the end. So that was all mess from Milky.
Yeah, that's going to be penalty to the Sharks. So there is that new rule in effect. That was a pretty clear-cut one.
That with those legs, that's just...
That was pretty much the most clear-cut one that we've seen in the early start to the season. We have seen some 50-50 ones, but that was a pretty obvious one. KV says, I think the 6 again rule is killing the game. Game ML. Sorry, we will get to that question or that statement, KV, but we just had a channel member on the YouTube.
On the other platform.
Yeah, I think we're allowed to say YouTube. It seems like they're...
Don't say it again, just in case.
Yeah, it seems like their issue is with the other one, the purple one. Halfway through the set, Hynes in at first receiver. Gives a nice ball to Nicho. Nicho to Ramian. Sharks go into Panthers territory. One of the most promising build-ups in a set we've seen from the Sharks tonight. With 8 minutes gone in the second half. Trindall shapes to kick. Gives the pass there for Kaufusi, I believe it is, who goes to ground 35 out, fifth and last. Trindall puts the high ball up. Oh, that's a huge kick. Edwards comes forward for it and takes it. Mr. Reliable. Wants to retain his Blues jersey, and he wants his Kangaroos jersey back. He's in for a big season. Big defense from the Sharks. Panthers carrying out from their own end. Yeah, so 6 agains. I think they just need to, and this has been discussed by the NRL, and it sort of got fixed for about 5 rounds last season. All we need is just a little bug that pops up on the screen. Let us know what the 6 again was for. That's all we need. Cleary from inside the 40, spiraling bomb. Katoa goes back for it, lets it bounce, and it's going to go dead. Luckily there for Sioni Katoa. They'll come back to the 20 for the restart. So yeah, just some sort of little pop-up on the screen. A bug is what they call it in broadcast land. Just lets us know what the hell it was for. So many times we hear the bell and we are just left to try and guess or assume what the set restart was for, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
So, yeah, I don't think it's killing the game necessarily. It's just we need to know as viewers what it's for. 6 again. What was that for? We just heard the bell. Sharks go up over halfway. That was exactly a great example. I have no idea what that was for. Toby Rudolph carries inside the 40.
That's exactly right, KV. You know, they want a quick game, but, I mean, God, do some of these players just have to disappear?
Kaufusi with the offload. Here's Puru. Tackle 25 out in midfield. Brayley goes quick from dummy half. Hynes down the right side. Puts a great step on poor Sorensen. And he's tackled 5 meters out. Brayley to Puru. Puru on the field. Well, he's filled in at first receiver there. And he goes to ground 5 meters out, fifth and last, right in front of the post. Sharks left. Trindall out the back for Kennedy. Cut out pass for Stone Street. Pops it back in field. Sharks keep it alive, but the scrambling Panthers defense is too strong.
So close.
Oh, the Sharkies. They're going to be held to donuts, aren't they?
I mean, if the Panthers hadn't got back on defense there, that was going to be a try because that was a very good save over the sideline, getting that ball back into the field of play.
Fantastic effort. Alamotti bringing it out to the 20. Panthers.
100% game.
This will be a settler for the Panthers here. Moses Leota, good strong carry. Okay, I was going to say, because obviously I've got the TV down relatively low. I was going to say, I thought I heard Dan Ganane's nasally voice in the background as the Panthers kick downfield. Kennedy takes it off the deflection. Stone Street winds up, taken down by Blaze Talangi and Isaiah Papali'i there leading the chase. Great effort there by the big man. Katoa brings it out to the 20. Sharks need a big defensive set here. They had one up until the point that they let that huge kick get away. Robert Peters says, do the refs and linesmen actually know how the game is played? I have serious questions around that a lot of the time. Yes. Up over halfway, Jesse Ramian. The first line break in forever for the Sharks. And Ramian's taken down 40 out from the line. Brayley heads across field. Goes out the back to Trindall. Well read by Nathan Cleary. That's tackle 4. Hynes.
I want to, jinx it, but the Sharks have got a little momentum here. It's nice.
They're going well at the moment, yeah. Puru goes to ground, 25 out. Fifth and last. Back for Trindall. Trindall. Wonky kick. It's knocked back by the Panthers. Edwards collects it, then loses it. And this is a result for the Sharks.
Yeah.
Double knock on Jones. And the Sharks will get a scrum down here. Well, we've seen a lot of momentum shifts this year, and what I mean by that is we've seen teams pile on points, and then we've seen the other team come back. I'm not saying that this will happen tonight. I'm just answering the question here. The NRL would rather add rules, but miss the point of adding a review or forward passes. And yes, you know the next rule that's coming in to stem the... we'll come back to it. Kaolero gets himself a one-on-one for the first time tonight. Alamotti does just enough. And the Sharks are down 5 meters out. Brayley over to Trindall in midfield. Gives the inside ball to Toby Rudolph. Timu Aquaman no more since he cut his hair. Brayley heads across to the right. The crash ball for Kafusi. Bobbles it. Recollects it.
I thought he'd stuffed that.
Hynes. Cut out pass for Ero. Ero one-on-one again with Alamotti. Bumps him off. But he goes to ground. 5 meters out again. The Panthers defense too strong. They're not even bending the line here, the Sharks.
No,
15 out in midfield. Puru goes to ground. Brayley. Grubbers in behind the line. Edwards is there. Casey McLean's there. And they'll pin him in the in goal for a repeat set, you would think. But the Panthers defense, oh, it's so hard to break.
There was a nice little... He saw he wasn't going to get that try, and he was just there. What's his name? Casey McLean.
Casey McLean.
Casey McLean. But yeah, Blake Brayley, he was just on that. He was watching that, the way he was going to go, and just tackled him nicely in goal.
Cleary kicking for the sideline. Sharks have made a mess of it, but Jenkins knocks it on.
Yeah, I was going to say, Jenkins has knocked that on there.
Is the first one against Jesse Ramian? Yes, it is. Scrum down here for the Panthers. High fives all around there. Nathan Cleary with a low, flat dropout.
Yes, we don't disagree with you there, Robert Peters.
Oh, yes, Jesse Ramian has indeed clearly knocked it on. Oh, yeah, we weren't disagreeing at all. I thought my statement was clearly 100% agreement.
Like,
I just said it.
How many forward passes?
I just said it in a subtle. I just said it in a very, very subtle way, so as not to get myself in any trouble. Yeah, we question it all the time. But yeah, talking about rule changes, the next one to come in, like, rather than just wind back the clock and see the NRL, Abdo and Volandis will never admit to any mistake. They won't walk something back. They'll change something else rather than walk something back. So in order to stop these blowout periods that we've been seeing, they're not going to like cut back on the six agains or whatever that we saw last year, as we've seen a mistake here. The Panthers have knocked it on, coming out of territory. They might challenge this. It was loose carry from Dylan Edwards, but I wouldn't be surprised if there was a Sharky hand in there. No, it looks like they're copping this one on the chin and accepting it. Nobody mentioned anything about Nathan Cleary right there after me saying that. So yeah, what the next era of the NRL, of course, we've already been talking about it. The change will be the try scorer kicking off. They've already been talking about it. They've already trialed it in the lower leagues. Try scorer kicks off. That'll be the next evolution of the NRL. We'll get that NFL style point scorer kicks off. Brayley heads across field. Sharks on the attack. 10 meters out. Inside ball for Nicho. Nicho hurdles over one tackle. Brayley up to Puru. Puru bumps off the first defender. And we've got time off here because big issue for Billy Phillips. Billy Phillips got bumped off in that tackle. Puru. Oh, it's Jack Cogger. My apologies. Jack Cogger, 2 front on there in the tackle. And he's been bumped off. And he's come off third best. Straight off the field he goes. Why am I filling myself a drink? I'm not even finished the one that I've got. Isaiah Yeo back on the field. He was off for a rest. Now he's got to come back out. Brayley, the right for Trindall. It's the fifth and last. Kennedy gives it to Katoa. Sioni Katoa ducks under the tackle, reaches out and plants it down. The Sharks have got themselves on the board. Sioni Katoa. And the Sharks finally get some reward there for some attack. Scoring out wide, Sioni Katoa. Jenkins goes for the intercept. The Sharks' first try scorers against Penrith for 2026. That's true. Broncos couldn't do it. I like it. That's a positive stat in of itself there for the Sharkies. Nothing wrong at all. Oh, exactly. Yeah, odd poppet. Nothing wrong with keeping your glass full. Robert Peters, nothing wrong with a brew, especially here on the wasted world of sports, right? Nicho Hynes from the sideline. Moves in.
Who's wasted?
Strikes it well. It's on target. It's bending back. And that is a conversion for Nicho Hynes to make it 24-6. Oh, perfect timing, because I need to hop off for a quick break and check on Alara. She's disappeared, and I haven't seen her for a while, and I've got to make sure she's not chewing off her fentanyl patch.
Yes, I had to do a quick check on my pooches. Katoa's not in my multi. That's not right. Always everyone, but the Panthers get us back underway, though. What do we think? Do we think that the Sharks are going to have a little bit of wind in their sails after that one? I didn't see the try, so I don't know if it was an easy one or not. Not sure if it was an lucky escape or if it was just a really great try. So, yeah, apparently the Sharks aren't going to have the wind in their sails, according to Robert Peters there on YouTube. But as they make their way up, they're onto the fourth tackle. They're making their way up the middle of the field, though. Not quite. Oh, they made it to the 50. They made it halfway on the fifth tackle there. Slow to get up, though. The Panthers get off of them from the play the ball, but no penalty. Funnily enough, no 6 again. The big kick down, reliable Dylan Edwards takes it back up the middle.
Thank you very much for that. So, I have gone wandering off to check on Alara because she's disappeared. Haven't seen her for a while, making sure she hasn't chewed off her fentanyl patch, as I said. I've wandered out to look for her. Can't find her anywhere out there. Come back into the studio, and she was on the couch behind me the whole time.
Sneaky.
Do you want to do the Robert M question on YouTube as the Panthers now bring it up towards halfway? Can you see the Robert M question on?
I can. I was reading it.
Okay, sorry.
Ahoy, Robert M. Ahoy, Robert M.
Fifth and last, Panthers put the kick in, and easy take at the back for Stone Street. Stone Street spins away from the first tackle.
Love a chat at the end of the game.
20, yes. Oh, it was a very deep question, was it? No worries then. Yeah, we'll chat.
Deep. It's just it was deep. It was.
It'll take some time. Yeah.
We'll
we'll stick around for a little bit after the game. I think I don't want to speak for you, Michelle, but yeah, we'll. Oh no!
At the end of the game.
Puru spills the ball cold, and the Panthers come away with it inside the Sharks' red zone. 30 meters out. That is a huge mistake. 20 out from the line. Full set of 6 incoming, the Sharks. Oh, you just can't do that. Cleary heads back down the left edge. They love it over there. Milky Jenkins side of the field. Phillips straightens the attack. 10 meters out. This has been a disaster of a SGM for me. Cleary steps back in field off the left. He's got Kenny. Mitch Kenny dummies. Goes for the line, but they hold him up and drive him back. 2 meters out just to the left of post. Cleary fills in a dummy half. Edwards taps on for Alamotti. Alamotti gets the offload back in field for Edwards. Edwards heads across field, straightens, beats the defense, loses his pants, gets the ball over the line, but doesn't get it down. He thinks he's got it. He could be telling us porkies. Ashley Klein says, we'll have a look.
It's got to be a look. I think, did Trindall knock it out? Was it Trindall that came in behind him there, or was it someone else?
Dylan Edwards. Too much pace. He's got his pants down around his knees. And holding on to the pants. Is holding on to the pants going to be deemed enough to be considered a tackle and call this a double movement? I don't think we've seen anything like this before, because Colquhoun's got hold of the shorts. The ball carrying hand hits the deck. Ball carrying arm hits the deck. If holding onto the shorts is considered affecting a tackle, this will be a double movement. Second effort, holding onto the shorts does constitute a tackle. Double movement. Penalty Sharks.
He knocks the ball out of his grip anyway.
I've never seen anything quite like that, where a player has had hold of the shorts that have been yanked down to the knees. And that's considered a tackle.
At least it wasn't a full moon in Bathurst like it was last night.
He's got himself I couldn't help but notice, he's got himself very well protected there, Dylan Edwards. He's got the bicycle shorts on underneath. Sharks find touch, 30 out from their own line. They're off the back of that penalty. 24 points to 6. JC Smoke needs Casey McLean to finish the multi.
Oh, I need about 100 players.
Yep, Richard Trainer needs Blaze and Stone Street. Somebody else, Click over there on TikTok needs Mitch Kenny. Somebody needs Nicho and Casey McLean.
I need Nicho and Mitch Kenny.
Late offload here for the Sharks. Puru onto Fanua Blake. And up to halfway they go. Held on tackle 3. 17 and a half minutes remaining. I think our game clock has caught up and overtaken the live clock. There you go. I knew we'd catch up. I always had faith. Sharks in midfield now, 5th and last. 30 meters out from the line. It goes to Trindall for the kick. He puts it high. Stone Street and Eero flying through to put pressure on Edwards. Edwards takes it. Pressure? What pressure, he says, as he spins away from the tackle. Dylan Edwards, I mean, wow, what can you say about that?
Oh, it was just too easy. The ball went between the players. He took it, ducked his head. They went flying over the top of him.
Panthers with 16 and a half to go. Controlling the flow of this one. Any chance for To'o still? Yeah, they'll get back down the other end. There's still 16 and a half minutes to go. There'll be more opportunities. Maybe one here as Edwards dummies. Draws in Stone Street. And some space opens up for To'o. Speak of the devil down this edge. But he surrenders in the tackle. Just short of halfway. Cleary with the low flat kick. Deflects. Alamotti gets it. 6 again for the Panthers. Off the charge down. Well, that's worked out their way. Cleary, dummy short side, goes back open, takes the line on himself. 45 out from the Sharks line. The ball is falling their way, that's for sure. Leota with a good strong carry. Up to the 20. Scooped up by one hand there by Kenny. Left they attack. Casey McLean, or Blaze Talungi rather. Brings it back in field. 15 out. Cleary. Cut out pass to Leota. Gets the late offload back to Yo. Yo from a standing start. Drives it inside the 10-metre line. Still going Yo. 4 players to hold him up a metre short. Fifth and last Panthers. Cleary. Grubbers into the end goal. Isaiah Papali'i chases. That's my multi gone right there. As Will Kennedy saves the day for the Sharks. I mean, as a Sharks supporter, I'm grateful for Will Kennedy saving the day, but I needed Papali'i for my multi. I mean, I know I need a few more as well that probably aren't happening, but that would have been a big one. Papali'i would have been a huge one. That's your smoky leg you don't get many chances for. Sharks go short with the restart. Panthers bat it back. Stone Street goes across the top and claims it. Samuel Stone Street take a bow. I wonder if Mulatalo could have done that.
Why do all these other teams get these short restarts? Like, they nail them, but Latrell just can't seem to get it.
Oh, he goes all right. I know he had that one really, really bad one last night.
Three really, really bad ones last night.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Oh, Jenkins goes for the intercept. Jenkins goes for the intercept and bats it down. Well, he thinks he hasn't knocked it on.
Dude, you touched the ball.
Okay, it's been called. It's been called into touch off the Sharks. They've immediately challenged. Captain's challenge here from the Sharkies. They feel like Jenkins has touched this one, and I've got to say, it looked like he did. Hynes holds the pass up for Sioni Katoa, and the ball goes out the back. It hasn't. Oh, here we go. Jenkins, left arm, touches it. What's he talking about? What? Challenge is unsuccessful. Challenge unsuccessful. What were they challenging if it wasn't for that knock on? I'm so confused right now. Challenge unsuccessful.
How is... I don't understand that either. All right. Anyone in the chat room is actually listening to the commentary from the TV. Can somebody give us an insight on, or if they, can crank it up a little bit, give us some insight as to what the hell that was?
Just happened? I can only assume, and once again, I'm left assuming, it was deemed to be bobbled forward from Katoa into the hand of Jenkins. First knock on Katoa. That's the only thing that I can. That's the only thing that I can surmise from that. As Isaiah Yo looking to put the knockout punch. Robert Peters says it's called blind reffing. Panthers looking to put the knockout punch in here with 13 and a half remaining. Oh, wow, we are miles ahead on the game clock on our screen. Somehow. Cleary goes left, cut out pass to McLean. Bats it on for Jenkins. Jenkins spills it into touch. The rugby league gods have smiled on the Sharks here. The rugby league gods have had their say.
Sorry.
See, sometimes the rugby league gods just step in and say, no, we'll fix this up. Sometimes. 12. Okay, I've just reached for my drink and it's not in that spot anymore.
So don't knock it over wherever it is.
Yeah, but way too big a history of spillage here in this studio. Tommy Foster needs Paul to score. Paul Alamotti, I'm assuming. I think that's the only Paul on the ground tonight. Trindall, as the Sharks playing some catch-up footy here. Trindall gets some space here for Ero. Ero onto Stone Street. Sharks up over halfway. Stone Street down the left edge. Steps back in field. Edwards comes across and shuts him down. Front foot ball, though, for the Sharks. Numbers out the wazoo to the right. Can they get it there? Kennedy to Trindall. Trindall on to Hynes. Hynes, inside ball for Ramian. Ramian heads back towards the post. 6 again. The Panthers were offside. They can reset and reload here. The Sharks. Nicholas put down 20 metres out. Another set restart. Hazelton carries it inside the 20. 11 minutes 30 to go. I've paused our game clock, so I'll try and get it back in sync. Brayley onto Hazelton again. Hazelton straight up the middle. 5 metres out in front of the post here on play 2. Sharks building nicely. Hynes steps back in field off the right. And he's put down 5 out just to the right of the post. Brayley scampers out a dummy half. Trindall, short ball onto Billy Burns. And that's tackle 4. Brayley goes quickly again. Dummies. Taken down half a metre out, 5th and last. Trindall in midfield. Grubbers in behind the line. Looks for the bounce for Nicho, but Dylan Edwards claims it at the back. And Edwards is a metre out from his own try line. Well, it wasn't Edwards. Edwards is in there somewhere. There's quite a few people hanging around the ball. Edwards was there. Yep, there he is.
They're calling something though.
Yeah, there's a whistle blown here from Ashley Klein.
Lost the ball, perhaps.
Stone Street with a good break down that left edge, but Edwards, what defense. Reece Walsh, watch that video and take note. So the Sharks have the ball. Okay. Scrum down 10 metres out. Sharks go out to the right. Katoa.
Big tackle from Casey McLean.
To Ramian now. Ramian angling back towards the post. He's held up 5 metres out. Trindall out the back there. It goes flat pass to Fanua Blake. 5 metres out still. The Sharks. 6 more tackles. Right in front of the posts it goes. And I couldn't see who that was taking the hit up. Trindall heads across to the right, and they've spilt it. Jesse Ramian. Jesse Ramian drops it. He's the Cowboys' problem next year, so unfortunately he's our problem this year. The Panthers' goal line defense. Too strong. 9.5 to play.
It's just rushed footy. Just panic plays. You don't need to do that. Just calm down. Take a breath.
Scrum down Panthers. 10 out from their own line. Here's To'o. Backs into the defense.
It's that mindset, though, isn't it, when you're playing the Panthers?
Yeah.
It's like playing the Storm, you know?
The Panthers force mistakes that you wouldn't normally make.
That mental game as well as the actual game.
I mean, this is the difference. Like, week 1, the Sharks played this year's Wooden Spooners. Week 2, they come up against this year's Premiers. Big difference. Like, those are plays that worked out for them last week that get shut down. They've got to push that extra pass that they didn't have to do last weekend. Lindsay Smith up to halfway here for the Panthers. 5th and last. 8 minutes left to play. Cleary from 45 out midfield puts it high. Stone Street coming forward. Takes it under no pressure because there's no pressure because there's an escort. And that's a penalty to Penrith. 10 metres out, about 10 metres to the right of the post. Easy 2 points if Nathan Cleary wants to take it, but I've got a feeling that they've just been bogged down for the past few sets. They might want to go for a try here.
Yeah, that was a bit...
Nightmare, free on, ahoy!
That was pretty sloppy from Braydon Trindall. They're
going to take the 2.
Taking the 2. All right, while they're setting that up, we'll do a quick around the grounds. They're about halfway through the third quarter in the NBL. Perth Wildcats 57, Sydney Kings 56. I think the Kings won the first game by like 1 point, so it's always going to be a series where they go neck and neck.
Are they in the finals?
Yeah, playoffs.
Oh, jeez. I had no idea.
No, playoffs is like 4 teams left.
Yeah. There you go.
Collingwood 5-8-38, Adelaide 9-8-62, and I think they've just kicked off the fourth quarter, And it is 11-9-75 to the Swans, 6-10-46 to the Lions. Come on, Swannies. So, Tommy Foster, who's taking the 2? Who do you think? Nathan Cleary. So Robert Peters is probably going to have another stroke over there on YouTube because apparently he doesn't like Cleary.
Seems that way.
Yeah. Crikey. Nightmare Freon. Welcome back.
Cleary puts this one on target right down the middle. You wouldn't expect anything less. 26 points to 6. Well, Panthers hit 26 again.
Sorry, Tommy Foster. Panthers took the 2.
How about that?
Terribly soft penalty given away by Braydon Trindall. In the next
How about that, though?
So,
Panthers, 26 points in back-to-back weeks.
Very nice. But yeah, it was the Panthers that took it. So Nathan Cleary.
6 minutes to play. Oh, okay. I heard that in the background. Closing in on the end of daylight savings. Thank God.
Didn't you know? I could have told you that. I deal with that at work every day. Yeah, Easter weekend. So a couple of weeks away. First weekend of April.
5 minutes 30 to go in this one. Our game clock has managed to catch up somehow in this second half. Big defense from the Sharks. Maybe, too little too late. Odd Poppet says somebody in the chat earlier said the Panthers would score 26 again this week. Well, there's still 5 minutes to go. I think they're going to get more. The Sharks have a tendency to clock off when they know the game's lost. So, I feel like there might be another try, at least one more try here for the Panthers.
Sharks will never be genuine contenders when they can't beat Penrith, says T on TikTok. I feel that could be said for most teams.
Most teams, yeah. Fifth and last, Cleary puts the kick down. Kennedy takes it on the full and runs it back outside the 20. Heads across field now. Links up with Katoa. Katoa heads back infield. Bumps off one. Takes on Papali'i, but charging up out of the line. Casey McLean makes the tackle. And the Sharks, Jesse Ramian plays it. Short side they go. Hynes dummies. Almost breaks the line. Trindall heads across field. Drops it off there for Colquhoun. Colquhoun up to halfway. A settler in midfield in the end. 4 minutes left to play. Hazelton out the back to Trindall. Well read by Cleary, but he can't make the tackle. Iro down the left edge, steps back in field. Late offload for Trindall. Spills it. Panthers come away with it. Counter-attack is on, but going with the settler in midfield says, yep, we've got this game in control. We don't need any helter-skelter stuff. And Cleary from dummy half spills it. Wow, that's Nathan Cleary's biggest mistake in his career.
I mean, I feel like that's also the rugby league gods stepping in because I feel like that tackle on the Sharks player where Trindall lost the ball just before was a little early. I don't actually think he had the ball when that tackle was made.
Oh, temper's boiling here. What's going on? What got put up on the big screen that the players saw and took offense to? Or who said what out there in the middle?
Who just walked right in and grabbed the 2 bald heads and tried to separate them? Because that was amusing to watch.
It would have been hilarious if it was Ashley Klein, another bald head.
No, he was absolutely not grabbing 2 other bald heads.
Trindall feeds the scrum. 3 minutes left to play. Sharks looking for some consolation points. 6 again on tackle 1. Iro plays it. Here's Stone Street now. 25 out. Or 30 out, rather. In midfield.
He's out there somewhere.
Trindall dummies inside twice. Goes out to Hynes on the right edge. Kennedy's up in the line. Steps in field, but he's well contained by Papali'i and Casey McLean. They get to the 20-metre line. Hynes goes out the back for... Couldn't see. Sorry. 15 metres out. Sharks go back short side. Hynes. Late pass back to Hazelton inside. Spills it. And Dylan Edwards comes away with it. Well, the Sharks just not, it's been a reality check for the Sharks. Last week, they had it easy.
Yes.
In back-to-back weeks, like round 1 playing the Wooden Spooners, round 2 playing this year's Premiers. It's a big wake-up call.
I'm going to give away a penalty here. There is, 90 seconds left to go.
And it's Jesse Ramian too, of course. Jesse Ramian flying in with the shoulder. Goes on report. No attempt to wrap the arms there. He's just dropped the shoulder in like the great big galoot that he is. But like I've said all night long, he's the Cowboys' problem next year. So good luck to them.
He might be the Cowboys' problem next year, but he's still the Sharks' problem this year. So,
I know. Don't remind me. Yeah, don't remind me. Well, he can pull his head in New South Wales Cup next week is what he can do. Well, actually, he's on report, so he won't even be playing next week if he's found guilty. So, but yes.
Mel, have a good
catch you later, Camomel. Big win for your Storm today. Well, big second half for your Storm today. It was still a big win, but yeah, big second half for your boys today.
On a multi thanks to the Storm. And the Dragons. I did have some Dragons to score as well.
20 metres out from the line here. Cleary kicks on tackle 4. Nobody at home for the Sharks at the back, but the kick is too heavy. 7 tackle set here with 20 seconds to go. They won't get through all 7, of course. 0 tackle. 10 seconds to go. The Sharks, can they break away upfield? Well, they're not even going to try by the looks of it. Hazelton takes the tackle, and that will be full time. They didn't even fire a shot at the end. That's a little depressing.
Disappointing.
Like, 26-6, you want to protect your for and against, I understand, but, I mean, at least have a crack. Like, you've got nothing to lose, really. If you lose the ball out the back and they score another try, does it really matter at this point? At least have a go. 26 points to 6, full-time. Panthers, 2 weeks in a row, 26 points. The Sharks have managed to get across the line, though.
So I've just straight up changed the channel to the NBL.
Oh, I think somebody was asking about something. One of the other sports.
That's helpful.
How are we enjoying Big Jared on the commentary team, by the way?
I saw that, but haven't listened to him yet.
Seems to be filling in nicely. All right, I'm going to have a quick break, and then we'll be back to sum up this game and take any questions from all the chat rooms. And Michelle, I think, is going to give some around-the-ground scores.
I will give some around-the-ground scores. It is the end of the third quarter in the NBL. The Kings are up by 1, 60-59. The Swannies are pumping the Lions. Love to see it. 14-10, 94, 7-10, 52. And it is 6-9, 45. Collingwood under Adelaide, 11-9, 75. Also love to see it. Yeah, pretty happy with around the ground scores at the moment. They're in the fourth quarter for the Swannies Lions game, and they're in the third quarter for the Collingwood Adelaide game, in case you're wondering. And I pretty much, as soon as that NRL game finished, have swapped straight over to ESPN to continue with the NBL so I can watch the fourth quarter because there's too many clashes on tonight. You think Thino Swans, it was the biggest robbery, the calls were so bad. Are you talking about this game, the NRL game?
Yeah, there's been a little bit of chat in the TikTok chat room about the officiating in this game. I've got to say, I didn't see anything, terribly wrong with it. I think the only one really questionable thing that leapt out was that Jenkins no knock on into touch.
Yeah, that captain's challenge one, that was probably it. But I mean, they were still down by 20 odd points at that point. There was only about 8 minutes to go. So I don't think it would have made too much of a difference. But obviously, it's nice for that, kind of, as the English would put it, that moral victory to help, raise some spirits, morale, for lack of a better word.
I'll raise some spirits right now.
I'll raise some spirits. Why not?
Yeah, I'm
There's
sitting
no
on
secret here that we don't like. Sorry, Dan, that we're not big fans of Ashley Klein, but
he's terrible.
You can't sit there and say that he completely dictated the way that this game, the outcome of this game. Like
he's just awful. No. He's just awful at his job.
The six agains, we're always baffled as to what happens with that. And that could be Panthers playing anyone. That could be the Broncos playing anyone. That could be the Storm playing anyone. We have no idea why the six agains happen 80% of the time. So you can't say it's that. There was that, mad blunder by the bunker, but that was... I can't really think of anything else that's massively outstanding in that game. I think you all just hate Penrith just a little bit too much.
There is a lot of Penrith hate floating about, yes, from previous seasons. But yes, the ref is completely... Look, he's just terrible. I've always said this about Ashley Klein. I don't think he's biased in any way. I think he just sucks at his job. I know that if I was that bad at my job, I would have been fired long ago. I don't understand why. I do understand that there are a lack of NRL referees coming through the system, and I understand the arguments that have been thrown back and forth about like the age of social media, like all the negative stuff that gets fired their way, and look, death threats are never acceptable in any context.
Absolutely not acceptable.
But it happens, and I understand that all these sorts of things. Like, why would you be a referee? We're standing here criticizing the referees, like. Why would you be a referee when you're putting yourself out there with that much on the line? But I mean, there are some... Adam G, for example. Adam G is a referee who gets really good raps. Why does he not get more of the big games? And that's what the people want to know as well. Why do we immediately go to Ashley Klein? People complain about Ashley Klein, where Adam G got like a 10 out of 10 review from everybody for the one big game that he's been handed, and he never got given another one again. It went straight back to Ashley Klein. What are we doing here? There needs to be accountability. There's accountability in my job. I'm sure that, Michelle, there's accountability in your job, and I'm sure, chat room, there's accountability in all your jobs. Why do NRL referees seem to be above accountability?
I mean, yeah. Honestly, it would be an amazing question to ask the NRL powers that be and see if they actually respond properly or just completely dodge it. Because completely dodge it, then he got naked photos of someone doing something bad. Maybe maybe he knows people in the Epstein files.
I did you. Oh, let's not bring that up on stream. Jeez.
Sorry.
I did used to say that though. That used to be my go-to social media line of like, what photos does Ashley Klein have of somebody in bloody Abdo and Volandi's family that he keeps getting these gigs? Like,
apologies, TikTok, if we suddenly get cut off.
Anywhere for bringing that one up, I'm afraid. Yeah, so footy. We love the footy.
Footy. We love the footy. We do love it.
We love it. Good old footy.
Going back to everything though, like, as I said, death threats are not okay. It's not okay to be a complete dick to people when they're putting themselves out there. We put ourselves out there doing these games, and people are dicks to us. And I tell you what, we're not as thick-skinned as I'm not as thick-skinned as some of the referees out there. As I tell you what, Ashley Klein must cop it on a weekly basis, like big time. So,
yeah, I mean, any role where you put yourself out in the public eye, you will cop criticism. And yeah, like Michelle said, we cop it. The navigating between calling the game I've got the team sheets over there on that monitor, so I'm glancing over that way. I've got all the chat rooms open, I'm glancing over this way. I've got the buttons now to control with the little field bug, and I've got to switch possession. I've got to update scores and all these things. And yes, in the background you get the odd comment that comes through. You guys suck.
You haven't put this
It's like,
up.
yeah, okay.
It's like, come on, Jesus.
Or there are some great ones though. It's all about yeah. I mean, you've got to in that sense, like they try and protect the referees from that somewhat, but I mean, at the end of the day, they make the choice to go and be NRL referees, just the same as you make the choice to go and be an NRL player, or try to be an NRL player at least. You earn that contract. You're in the public eye. I mean, I know that it shouldn't happen, but you know that it's going to happen. I mean, I know that every time that I go live on all these platforms, somebody somewhere is going to jump on the chat room and go, "You fat ass." Like, your opinion doesn't matter. You suck. You're fat. Go eat a hamburger. Like, I get that all the time. I'm prepared for that. I know that it's going to happen. I feel like in their situation, they should know that it's going to happen as well. And I'm not saying that that makes it right, but people will be people, and you have to expect that and realize what you've gotten yourself into and cop that. I just feel like they protect them a little too much, I guess is what I'm saying. There does need to be accountability for missed calls. We cop it. They cop it. It's going to happen. Anywhere in the public eye, you put yourself out there, you're going to cop it. It's as simple as that. You just, it requires a certain type of personality. We just happen to be very thick-skinned people who own it and don't really care. Find the funny side of it.
Exactly. Who cares? We're just having a bit of fun.
They need to as well, that's the point that I'm sort of trying to angle back to. Like, you've got to expect it, and if you expect it, therefore cop it.
I mean, we were talking about even people who were getting into fights at the Broncos Panthers game the other night, like fans getting that far into it that they are punching on with other fans. That's not okay. Just take the loss, walk away, get over it. Go
just a game at the end of the day.
If you need to. You know, do it in the privacy. Don't go home and, hit your partner or anything either. Just take it on the chin and just deal with it. It's just a game. Like, I've had to tell myself that 100 times, especially when it comes to Origin. So, it's just a game. It's just a game. And even though Ashley Klein might be one of the subpar refs to keep getting all of the games that we're like, why? Still, at the end of the day, it's just a game.
Photos.
So
we established that.
So for everyone who reckons that Klein completely dominated the outcome of that game, he absolutely did not dominate the outcome of that game.
I actually don't think he was that bad tonight. There was that one really, really, I have no idea what happened, that Jenkins knock on.
That wasn't even him, really, was it? That was the bunker.
Yeah, well, he sent it up to the bunker. The bunker sort of had his back. It was Ashley Klein's call on field. The bunker supported that call. So you can't blame him completely for that one. But, apart from that, it wasn't. Yeah, I mean, look, at the end of the day, here's the thing.
At the end of the day,
I always
12 errors made by the Panthers and 13 errors made by the Sharks. That's a lot of errors. You shouldn't be making that many errors at this level.
Robert Peters, appreciate the fact that you're here. Thank you so much for coming and checking out. Like, I don't understand. Are we saying things and you're hearing them differently? Because this whole time we've actually been agreeing with you. The whole conversation, we have been in agreement. I don't know what we're saying that has confused that issue. We've actually legitimately agreed with you this whole time. So I don't know why you're saying, come on, guys, you have to agree. We've been agreeing the whole time. Ashley Klein's terrible. All I'm saying is that, death threat. All I've really said is death threats are taking it too far. They shouldn't cop that.
That's bad.
But they absolutely should be. They absolutely should be copying accountability. it's a difficult job, but it doesn't matter if it's a difficult job or not. My job's difficult. Not everybody could do my real world job. And I'm held accountable to things. Like I'm 3 months behind on a deadline at the moment for one of my clients. That's unacceptable. And I've been getting emails about it, and I look at those emails and I don't have a cry about it. I own it. Sorry, guys. Yep. I'll sort my shit out and I'll get it sorted for you. I understand it's late. And yeah, referees need to be not protected as much as they are. They need to be held accountable. But yes, welcome along, mate. But yeah, we've been agreeing with you this whole time. It is full time over there on the TikTok. Yes, game's over. 26-6.
Good. Thanks, Robert Peters.
Yeah, not a problem at all. I just wanted to make it clear that yes, we actually agree with you. We 100% are on board. Ashley Klein is terrible. One of the worst referees in the game. I don't understand how he keeps getting Origin. I don't understand how he keeps getting grand finals. When Adam G refereed one of the best grand finals of this generation, and he never gets another gig.
Yeah, baby. Sorry, I'm watching the NBL now.
Well, clearly, I didn't think for 1 second that you were that big a fan of Adam G. Like Adam G needs another gig. Yeah, baby.
Sorry, it's just a nice little floater there from Kendrick Davis. KD.
Pigacano on TikTok says, do you reckon Albo gets a 5K fine for going on the field? I said that he should. Hey,
he was sitting on the sideline anyway.
He was on the field. It doesn't matter if he was sitting on the sideline anyway. He went onto the field when there were literally signs on the screen that said, if you enter the field of play, maybe that'll be the way that he gets off, is because he stayed outside the sideline. He could argue, I never actually entered the field of play.
Oh, God. Okay, can we all just get over Albanese? Because if Old Mate played for the Sharks and he got that record with the Sharks, we all know Scummo would have been out there and you'd all be calling him out too. So let's just get over it. He's a fucking...
Of course we'd be calling him out too. How is that an argument?
In charge of the damn country.
How is that an argument?
He's not...
If he's the person in charge of the country, then he should be setting a better example.
At least he's not walking into a sport that he knows nothing about and trying to, claim that he should be MVP and hold the trophy up high like a certain someone, an orange someone did with a certain team that isn't American. So, at least he's a fan of the team.
If he's the leader of the country, he should be setting a better example. I say make an example of him. Find the son of a bitch. He's the first one to go down. Did you? Anyway. Oh, sorry. We've offended. We've clearly got an Albanese fan on the stream. I don't get into politics. I don't know who's who. I didn't even know that he was the president.
I'm just sick and tired of it. Just find the Roosters, the kid in the Roosters jersey who was first in there in the bloody group hug. To be honest, I feel like no one should have been on the field. They should have just let the team celebrate within the team. That's what should have happened.
To be fair, the kid in the Roosters jersey probably doesn't have any money, so I'm saying go after the guy with the money. The guy with the money is Albanese. You're fine, Albanese.
Straight off the field. He didn't even get to go up to him. He wasn't in the huddle. He was off. He was gone. Oh, KD! What a 3! Sorry, that was you.
Yeah, politics and sport are politics in general is a terrible combination with anything. But he was literally there, so we're talking about it. Anyway, and the question was raised
Sydney
in the TikTok.
77-68 over the Bad Wildcats with 3 minutes 52 seconds to go.
And it's not like we're talking politics. Don't even get me started on politics. He just happens to be a political figure that was there. We're not talking about politics.
Anyway.
Robert M says Dan should be the PM in my book. I don't want the job.
God, no one wants to.
I do not want the job.
Really?
Well, I do a better job than what's going on currently. Okay. Broncos question. Robert M. Broncos question. Thank you for reminding us.
What was it? No, it was replacing Stags with someone.
Replacing Stags. Wow.
Is it Stags? Hang on.
Wasn't Katoni the best player on the field the other night against the Eels?
I can't. No, hang on. Wait.
That can't
At
be
the
right.
end of the game, do you replace Stags with Anderson? I had to scroll through all the comments to find that.
They have brought
I don't
Anderson
think so.
in.
I don't think so. You're not replacing Stags. Stags is doing well. He did well last night.
Yeah, I was going to say Thursday night. I was going to say, wasn't Stags like one of the better players on the field for the Broncos against the Eels?
Yeah, look, he really was, and I just don't think they're clicking. They're just not clicking for whatever reason at the moment. Something's just not working. I don't know. Is Adam Reynolds worried about being injured? Is Ben Hunt not doing enough? He seemed very quiet on Thursday night. Ben Hunt did. So I just
okay. Robert M's given us some context. Isn't Stags guilty of a shoulder charge? So I don't think this is a drop Katoni Stags thing. It's a who plays if Stags is ruled out. Well, yeah. And Grant Anderson comes automatically into the squad. I haven't heard anything about that, to be perfectly honest, but yeah, it seems like an obvious swap. If he's found guilty. Yeah.
The match review committee has elected not to not charge Katoni Stags over a dangerous throw.
Oh, well, there you go.
So I don't know. So if the match review committee has had a look at it after the game and decided it's not a dangerous throw, then he's not been charged and it's a moot point. So,
No on TikTok says Mam was dreadful in all aspects of the game. He was pretty woeful, wasn't he?
I thought you were disagreeing with someone that you were like, no, Mam was dreadful. No, he wasn't dreadful.
That's his name.
No.
Yeah, Ezra had one of his worst games ever.
Yeah, Mam didn't have a great game last night. What day are we up to? Saturday. It was Thursday. I got no idea. It was Mam didn't have a good game. I think it was towards the end. Adam Reynolds got injured.
Yeah.
So we can't really blame that. It wasn't early on. It was a high scoring game. But yeah, it was I don't know. They'll click. They'll come good. They'll click.
You reckon?
Yeah. Get some of that toilet water into them. They'll be fine. Let Reece Walsh's hair grow back a little bit. Clearly that was the source of his power. Although he was still pretty damn good on Thursday night. So, I mean, rocks and diamonds. He definitely had more of a diamonds game. Oh, nice little falcon there from Dellavedova. Sorry, I'm still watching the NBL. 2 minutes to go. Sydney are up 81 over Perth 73. Game 2 in the semi-finals.
Yeah, come on, Sydney. Sydney Kings.
I mean, I love Sydney Kings because Sydney, but also they've got a Boston Celtic playing for them. So.
Oh, okay. Why is he not playing for Boston?
He's not getting any court time in Boston, so he's over here getting court time.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
That, apparently.
Yeah, they do the same in the baseball. The Brisbane Bandits in the local baseball are associated with the Milwaukee Brewers over in the Major League Baseball in the US. So anybody in Milwaukee who just needs some game time, they're like, send the son of a bitch to Brisbane. DL, thank you very much for the heart me over there on TikTok.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about them either. No, I think that they'll be Brisbane will come good. They tend to always come good. It's not like that absolutely goddamn awful year that we had when COVID hit and we had such a ripper start and then we ended up just absolutely falling away. But I think, COVID kind of stuffed a few people up that time. But Taco Fall, I just don't think he came good. He got injured. I'd have to have a look. Hang on. Something happened, but he came out and played for Cairns, I want to say. So, yes, that's actually his name, Taco Fall.
What a name.
Am I right? No, the Breakers. He come out to New Zealand and joined the New Zealand Breakers. And wow, what a call. Taco Fall, more like Taco Tall. Yes, he's really tall. He's a basketball player. What an amazing observation from someone on Instagram.
Cheers, Robert Peters. We'll catch you next time, huh?
But yeah, he was actually over there playing in the All-Star games in the All-Star weekend. So yeah, I thought he went to Cairns, but maybe that was last time. Because yeah, there's quite a few NBA players, ex-NBA players and current NBA players who are playing in the NBL. But yeah, Torrey Craig coming over from the Celtics to join the Kings is a personal favourite. Two of my favourite teams. So
I love. Can I just point out, like, we have been talking about finding the time to do more basketball on this channel. You are just like a goddamn encyclopedia of knowledge for these basketball teams. You come on the footy street and you love your NRL, you love your footy, but you're talking all this stuff about the basketball, and then we'll do games of the NRL, and you're like, oh, when did this guy move to this team? It's like, oh, 6 years ago, Michelle. Keep up. I'm exaggerating slightly, by the way, chat room, but
well, clearly basketball's my jam.
clearly you need to be the basketball expert and do basketball streams.
I'm far from an expert, and we do. I did a Boston game last year, but we need to get more onto it and get some streams happening. But it's I mean, obviously I can't do the NBL. Like, I mean, this game completely clashed with the NRL tonight. So that's not going to happen. It's the same reason why we don't really do AFL. It's because they generally clash with the NRL. And NRL is definitely more both of our jams, even though I'm going to be playing AFL this year. So pray for Mojo, because I'm going to die. I'm going to roll up after the first week. I reckon I'll be on stream with some sort of form of black eye or concussion, and which you won't be able to see. I'll just have to wrap a bandage around my head, or a broken arm or something. So that'll be highly entertaining. But no, I've played basketball since I was 12, so it's my passion, it's my game, and I still play to this day. So yep. And I'm not gonna lie, now you've started me. I've been watching the Celtics this year. I thought the Celtics were going to be playing at best without Jason Tatum, but they are absolutely slaying it. They are second in the East. They are first in the Atlantic Division, I think, that they're the top of, and now Jason Tatum's back. So with him back, it's just going to see, we've watched Jaylen Brown go absolutely Super Saiyan next level without JT, and now both the Jays are back. It's just going to be, I can't wait to watch the next few months of the NBA. So, yeah. Oh, Jaylen Brown, no, he just absolutely, my God, he should be 100% in talks for MVP. He's carried the Celtics. I mean, obviously he's got a great support. He's got Derek White. He's got Peyton Pritchard. They signed Vooch as well, and it's just, in the trades and everything, they brought him over. I did hate that Chris Boucher, he didn't really get a run, but there wasn't room for him. Everybody else is performing so damn well. So that sucked for him coming from Toronto. But anyway, sorry, I'll stop ranting about the
No, you're right. Robert M wants to know when's the Bullets' next game.
Next season, because they finished last this year.
Well, there you go. Oh, God. Bring back Leroy Loggins and Shane Heal, I say.
Sorry to any Bullets fans out there, but they utterly sucked. They lost by 40 points in their last game, which I attended and got extremely drunk at. Yeah, they played Sydney too, so which is why I attended it. But yeah,
Robert M.
That's where they
Robert M asks if you were to change either the bunker to the old video referee, would you change it or keep it how it is? Well, for me, what's the difference? I guess the bunker now has a little bit more authority than the old video referee, but Yeah, I don't think there's necessarily anything wrong with the bunker. I just don't understand how they have all that technology available to them and still get it wrong. Like, how do you do that? How do you have
still don't
all
understand
that?
why they cannot rule on a forward pass for a try.
That is a massive one. We've got forward pass like TMO in the rugby union. But you can rule on a forward pass. Why can you not rule rugby league? I don't understand what the holdback is on that.
I really don't get it. I mean, is it because it would disallow half the tries?
It's because there's so many. Well, here's the thing. Like, in the rugby league versus rugby union argument, the debate has always been, as somebody who follows both and enjoys both, I would not say equally. So keep that in mind when I say this. Bear that in mind. I'm a bigger rugby union fan, even though we cover more rugby league on this channel. So keep that in mind with what I'm about to say, and take that in context, I suppose. I'm just letting people know that I am a rugby union supporter. But the big debate is always rugby league is more free-flowing and there's more tries. Rugby union's a penalty goal fest. Like, that's long been the debate. What I find funny about that is, in the modern era of the way the games have evolved, you actually see more attempts at penalty goal in rugby league. Like, how many times do we see teams take the two now? When it's like, take the two when this channel first started. Like, so even as close as 4 years ago, when this channel first started, it was a piss take the two. It was a joke. It was an inside joke. We even made a T-shirt out of it. Take the two. But they do take the two now. Points is critical. But now in rugby union, we're seeing shots right out in front. They're like, no, we're going to tap and keep the pressure on. It's like the games have swung. So, yeah, I've sort of rambled so much that I kind of forgot the point that I was working towards there. I apologize.
For the amount of tries that are scored. I mean, you want the NRL to be free flowing, but
that was it.
If they start calling these forward passes, it's not going to take long for the players to stop throwing forward passes.
Yeah.
Like that way, and feel that they would modify their game to actually stop doing it.
Yeah, and thank you. That reminded me. That was the point. It was about the tries. That was long the argument, is there's more tries in our game. So maybe they're like, let's not create situations where we have to overturn and lose that argument. I'm just saying that could, because, like, whichever side of the fence you're on, like I said, I support both, I follow both, but I am more of a rugby union fan. I can't help but notice, though, when I watch these shows, these panel shows and whatnot, the rugby league shows talk about rugby union and try to put the boots in a lot more. The rugby union shows barely ever speak about rugby league. You know, it's kind of like that big brother, little brother syndrome. The little brother talks about the big brother constantly. Oh, he does this to me, he does that, he does blah, 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 blah. That's the image that they're painting. So all that they've got to cling to is these, there's more tries in our game, which the counter argument to that would be, well, work on your defense, mate. But I digress. Maybe they don't want to introduce that into the game because of that spillover effect. It would mean less tries. Therefore, suddenly that argument's out the window. I don't know. I'm just spitball. I love both. Don't get me wrong. I'm a fan of both. I follow both. We cover both here on the channel. So this is not a league versus union argument for us, or for me personally anyway. I'm just, maybe that is part of the reason why it hasn't been introduced, because it seems like such an obvious thing to bring in.
Yeah, it baffles us every year why, and they were talking about it a couple of years back, but it just baffles us. Like, I mean, as I said, it would be just so easy for the players to modify their games if they kept getting caught up on it. I mean, well, we do
throw the ball backwards.
We watch players like Victor Radley, who never seem to be able to he never seems to be able to modify his game, still puts his head in the wrong position and ends up convulsing on the damn field. So maybe they won't learn.
Yeah, give me flashbacks of that.
Being disallowed. Yeah, that was awful.
Give me flashbacks of that bloody game. Thank you. Yeah.
Vincent Spears just got out of the stadium depression. You're a Sharkies boy as well, aren't you, with Dan?
Oh, big Sharkies fan there,
Not
Vincent Spears.
good. Not good. Rico to 3. Yes, it's over. Yes, Sydney Kings also won. So that's excellent. The Swans also beat the Lions by about 44 points, which makes me so
Nice.
damn happy.
Nice.
And Adelaide are up over Collingwood by about 17 points. So, yeah, some good games tonight. My multi didn't come off in that game, but that's okay. My multi came off in the last game. So that's absolutely fine. But, and Dan's wandered off. So, yeah. Any other questions, comments about the game, comments about the commentary, comments about Ashley Klein? Defunct says 6 players just found doping in World Rugby. Would you care to elaborate on that over there on one of the other platform chats? I'm not going to say it.
Yeah, I haven't heard.
Gets it banned.
I haven't heard anything about that. But Michelle, for the new people, that have joined us, if you're just following along with Waste of Water Sports, and if you've been here for a majority of this game anyway, and a couple of comments have been thrown in about the Brisbane Broncos, and Michelle has clapped back, so clearly a Broncos supporter, but has now just been overjoyed at the fact of the Brisbane Lions losing. Would you care to, for the new people, just elaborate your stance here, explain your fandom to the people? How exactly are you such a diehard Brisbane Broncos supporter, yet you wish nothing but misfortune and ill will against the Brisbane Lions?
And the Queensland Maroons.
I wasn't even going to go into Origin, but
I'm a New South Welshman through and through. Moved into Brisbane the same year the Broncos started, so it felt to follow the Broncos. I'm not quite that old. I was only a kid, so I was swayed by my parents when the Broncos started and we moved here. They also jumped ship and went from New South Wales to Queensland. That didn't sit right with me even as a young child, so I stick with New South Wales. That's why I go for the Broncos. If you watched the grand final with us last year, you would have seen how happy I was. Our other friend who was doing the stream with us didn't talk to me for a week because he's a Storm supporter. But in the AFL, my team is Geelong, so didn't have a good time in the AFL grand final last year. So a little bit all over the shop. And I go for the Boston Celtics because my brother went for the Lakers when we both started playing basketball, so it felt very natural to continue that sibling rivalry with the biggest rivalry in the NBA.
Can we get an up the waz? Well, you know what? I would prefer to. We all know my stance on this. I would prefer to call them the Warriors, but absolutely up the Warriors. Great start to the season, especially as under strength as they are. They're doing extremely well. Tanner Boyd's really stepped up. Tanner Boyd, it was funny. Actually, you weren't on that game, were you, Michelle? The Warriors' first game against the Roosters.
Yes, no.
I had taken the absolute bollocks out of Tanner Boyd in all the pregame. I'm like, my concerns for the Warriors is with Luke Metcalf out. Tanner Boyd is not up to NRL standard as a starting halfback, and son of a bitch comes out and has a man of the match 10 out of 10 performance. Oh, God, of course he does. Right when I've called him out publicly on live stream, as small as our channel is comparatively, he still heard it and went, nah, I'm going to show this son of a bitch. Yeah, he's now had back-to-back. He was immense tonight against the Raiders as well. So he's come out and had back-to-back solid controlling performances. They're not missing Luke Metcalf at all. They're not even missing Mitch Barnett up the middle. Like, if you're the Broncos, who have just
signed against the Raiders, not tonight.
If you're the Broncos who have, if you've just signed Mitchell Barnett on the back of the season or two that he's had, and you look now and you go, well, that Warriors forward pack is still firing. Yeah, if you're the Broncos, you're starting to get squeaky bums at that signing, because it's sort of like, oh, well, maybe he wasn't the most important cog of this forward pack after all. We've just signed him to a big deal so that he can be closer to his family in Tari.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens. Maybe it's just whatever's happening in his family situation that's weighing on his mind. Sometimes that's the thing. You try as players to put whatever is going on outside of your playing life to the side so that you can concentrate on the game for your team and your fans. But sometimes it just
Absolutely, we do that here too. Like whatever's going on in our personal lives, we try and put it aside and jump on the games and let it not affect us. But
I mean, like, I think it was the Thursday night. I was kind of on and off the stream in the first half because there was a bit of a drama with
things
with someone I know, and yeah. Which, by the way, if you don't ever feel like you can't ever talk to anybody, for anybody who's out there having a hard time, there's plenty of lines that you can reach out to, call people, mates, chat lines, things like that. Just putting that out there. It's not weak to speak.
Ooh.
And so,
like that. That tell me that already exists. Otherwise, I'm snapping that one up. Opportunistic Jones.
I think I said it for the first time at Scott Niblock's memorial show.
Yeah, right.
So it's been a few years, but I've seen it on a lot of cars, like a sticker, like it ain't weak to speak, stuff like that. So, but I did say it many years ago.
I hate to be such an opportunistic asshole in such moments, but it's like, yeah.
But yeah,
Entrepreneur Jones here, the ears pricked up at that, that's for sure.
For anyone who feels like they don't have an option, there is always an option. So, yeah. I don't know what ESPN's doing now, but there's a lot of Seinfeld and something about New York. And it just makes me want to go back to New York. Because the game's over, that's why ESPN's on something in New York, Sports Center or some shit. Oh my God, I lost my remote. There's no other sport on. What's the time? It's 9 o'clock at night. There's no sport on. Oh yeah, so daylight saving ends in like 3 weeks, so we'll be on the same time zone finally as the rest of the east coast of Australia. Just another reason why I hate Queensland. They suck. Get daylight saving for God's sake. And we'll all be on the same time zone, so we'll be watching games at like 8 o'clock instead of 7 o'clock, Dan. Which will be very nice. Because I mean, there's such a rush when you finish work and you're trying to get, dogs fed, get ready for the streams. Well,
it's painful. No, for me too. Like, I work for myself. Like, I've got multiple clients, but I'm a freelancer at the end of the day. I can make my own hours, but I mean, you've got to be realistic about these things and turn things around in a reasonable time frame. So I still work normal. Like, if I can, I'm not going to put a just as a weak example, I'm not going to put a Titans Knights game ahead of earning money. So you know what I mean. So yeah, daylight saving would help with that, because I could then do both. I could do a Knights Titans game after I've finished work in normal Australian Brisbane working hours for a client. So yeah.
Speaking of games tomorrow, are you doing any games tomorrow?
So
I don't know what games are on tomorrow.
It's Knights and Manly as one, and it's Dolphins Titans.
Dolphins Titans.
So
neither of them interest me, so I won't be here.
Yeah, so I do have. I won't get into the details of why, but I do have some work getting done around the house. It's been given to me that it's between 2 and 4 p.m. So maybe because of that, I probably can't commit to the Manly Knights game. But one would hope that we'd be right for the Dolphins Titans should I decide to do it. I mean, I'm expecting an absolute whitewash there for the Dolphins. Like I've already picked the Titans for the wooden spoon this year. I picked that before a ball had even been kicked off.
Sorry, Jamie.
Yeah, well, Jamie, just pick a better team, mate.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, seriously.
I would actually love to sit down and have that conversation because, I mean, he's not from the Gold Coast. He doesn't live at the Gold Coast. Why have you like attached yourself to the Titans, mate? Might have had that conversation with him in the past and just don't remember. I'm not sure. I'd love to have that conversation with him. Why in God's name did you pick the Titans?
Last round the grounds, Adelaide 13-14-92 over Collingwood 11-13-79. Oh no, wait, Adelaide are going for a goal, going for a kick after the siren, and he sprays it across the face from behind. So it's Collingwood 11-13-79, Adelaide 13-15-93. Yes.
And the basketball's over, right?
Oh yeah, the basketball finished.
Yeah. Sydney won.
Yeah,
excellent.
We were ranting about something else.
Yeah. Nah, that's all good. Hey, here's a question. Am I remembering this correctly? Did Shane Heal go to the Sydney Kings for a period of time?
Now you tested the memory banks.
Yeah. This is going way back. Yeah. Shane Heal played all those years for the Bullets. Like, did he, or was it the other way around? Did he defect from Sydney to the Bullets? No, he was a Bullets boy, wasn't he? I've got that feeling. I know it. Yeah. Okay. Well, that was my question. Where was he started? Where did he end?
He started at the Bullets. He went to the Geelong Supercats.
Oh.
And then he went back to the Bullets.
Remember
and
that.
then he went to Sydney.
Oh, right.
So he went to the NBA, to the Minnesota Timberwolves. And then he came back to Sydney.
Didn't work out for him over there, I'm guessing.
To San Antonio in the NBA. San Antonio.
So he went back again. Yeah.
And then Makedonikas, that sounds like it's a Greek place, and the South Dragons, or maybe that's in Korea, because a lot of them go over to like Japan and stuff. Oh no, Greek, that's Makedonikas, that's a Greek basketball club. And the South Dragons was an Australian club in Melbourne, so maybe that's not NBL level.
Yeah,
maybe
not NBL level, step down.
And then he finished at the Gold Coast Blaze.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, obviously I'd well tuned out a long time.
He coached from 2018 to 2020 for the Sutherland Sharks.
Right. Yeah, that's right. He did he did try his hand at coaching. Yes, I vaguely remember that.
No, he's still a coach.
Oh, he's still doing it?
Okay. Sorry, he finished coaching in 2023, but he coached for the Sutherland Sharks in Cronulla.
Yeah.
There
you go. Didn't even know that was a thing in basketball, but
it's NBL 1. So you got the NBL and then you got NBL 1. So that's like and then you got your state leagues, so like Queensland's QSL. And so NBL 1 would be what? Like the New South Wales Cup.
Yep. Quan.
That's the levels.
Or Quan. I bet on Sioni Katoa to be the only score in the Sharks. Oh, well done.
Very nice.
He was the hang on. Only score or only try scorer? Because that would prove a point of difference, because Nicho Hynes did kick the conversion. But yeah, if you only try scorer for the Sharks, great call.
Very nice.
Well done.
All right. I'm going to have to sign off, I think, because I think my dog's getting a little bit antsy and wants to go outside. And I'll have to let him out, check on the other dog, and then, And
I've got Six Nations in about 3 hours, so I need to prep for that.
Get in a nap.
Well, no, not nap, but get all the. I've got to switch all the score bugs from rugby league to rugby union, and all the player numbers differ, and
Gotcha. Gotcha.
I've got a lot
Alright,
to set
well,
up between now and then. Six Nations is on the line, so if you are a fan of rugby union and you do follow the Northern Hemisphere, the Six Nations Championship will be decided tonight. It's gone down to the last round. There's still a few teams in contention, depending on results. And I'll be here for it in a few hours' time. Six Nations Rugby on the channel.
Who's in?
So it's France can still win it, Scotland can still win it, Ireland can still win it.
You're right. Who are
Yeah.
we going for?
Oh, you know what? As unlikely as it is, I personally would love to see Scotland get up because I believe like France, Ireland, England, like they're your three teams that you expect to win. They're your Panthers, Broncos, Storm, right? France, Ireland.
My God, I can't believe you lumped the Broncos in with that. Jesus.
Yeah, well, I mean,
welfare check on Dan. He's just had a stroke.
Well, any team that gets like 20% more home games than anybody else in the comp is expected to.
There we go.
So,
straight back to it. Yeah, I knew that wasn't going to last.
So, yeah. So, like, those are your three big clubs that you expect to win more often than they lose. Well, England have absolutely Amber Hearded the bed this season. They're all the way down the bottom. And Scotland have kind of done the Raiders. Scotland have kind of become the Raiders of last year and got to the top of the table, and they sort of fell away with their last game, but they're still in with a chance. So three teams still in it. I would love to see Scotland pull the upset and get the win. I mean, that would just be great for the game in general, I think. I'd love to see it. So go Scotland.
All right, well, we'll go Scotland then. All right. Well, in that case, I'm out.
Yep, and I'll be back on all the platforms in a few hours. Six Nations Rugby. I'll catch you then. And, yeah.
It's always been fun. Thank you, chat rooms and everybody. And on Twitch, thank you.
Purple platform?
I'm considering... Oh, sorry. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, it's all right.
It doesn't matter.
I didn't even know that was a thing either. So yeah, I didn't realize there was bad blood there between the purple and the black. Okay, so Thursday night Raiders Bulldogs, or Friday night Roosters Panthers Storm Broncos. Friday night's going to be a biggie next week.
Yeah, I think Friday nights. I'll be in for both of those. I'll make sure I'm prepared.
Wow, that's a good couple of games. That great couple of games. All right.
No gigs next week. Excellent. I'll be in. I'm in for those two on Friday for sure.
Cool. Waste of World of Sports. Thank you so much. I'll be back in a few hours, as I said, for Six Nations. I will catch you then. NRL fans, we will catch you. Well, I will play it by ear tomorrow. I won't promise anything. We'll see how things go with the work that I'm getting done around my house tomorrow that I won't elaborate on. There's a big time.
Don't elaborate.
Sort of,
it's all good.
There's a big time frame there that they've given the old. But at least they gave me between 2 and 4. Unlike the stuff that what you normally get is we'll be out sometime between 9 and 5.
I'm surprised they're coming on a Sunday at all, but anyway.
Well, yeah, that is pretty impressive, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. I know.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Catch you next time.